Upgrade. They are right in there in Pachinki. We've got Peak Esports, Team Hype, and Team Stage Zero over in that Rozhok School area. And at the start, or at the end of the flight path, let's see, what do we have? Velocity going to Stauber. We got Sign the Guy going to Kameshki. We have Crimson and Fox Power headed down to the Lipovka area. Fox Power heading all the way down to the Milta Power Peninsula. So now it looks like Ace OP is doing just fine. Let's head on over to Pachinki, because we've already got a fight going on Ampedor. Ampedor going down Sigma, trying to cover for him. Sigma. Ooh, Sigma going down. So Nightcroy taking those shots with the pump shot. He's got 2 in the barrel. So let's see. Ooh. Oh, Upgrade just coming on strong. Easy is the last one still standing over here for the silence, and all of them from Upgrade. 3 of them pushing up the stairs, and they're doing the stairs right here. Easy trying to spray him down, but Havoc. Whoa! Oh, whoa, no, whoa. Up to 2 eliminations right through that window. Through the window, through the wall. Alright, that's as much as I'll sing that one. Alright, so we've got our first team out in Pachinki, just as Straight on the Paul makes it over to Milta. So they finally get into the drop when we've already lost team number 1. Melly stealing the vehicle from Team Entity one more time. And yes, the backseat demons headed all the way down to Primorsk. So there we have it. Let's go back over to Team Hype, because I feel like Team Hype and Peak are getting ready to get into that fight. I can go ahead and put the map screen back up to give you guys an idea where your teams are. If you have a team, let me know and we can check in on them. We got plenty of time for those map. It looks like we should go to the mainland, so we'll see what happens. Maybe looks like we've got a center zone. Ooh, it looks like somebody's mad at Melly over here. Let's see. Melly, they don't like you stealing their vehicles. So now I think Nexus OP might have taken that vehicle back from Melly. Melly does have level 1 gear, one grenade, and the Tommy gun, so he's ready for that push. But Nexus OP is circling him. Look at this, the sharks are circling as Ace OP is starting to come right up and over the top of that. Ooh, Melee may be in trouble, guys. We'll have to pay attention to see if they come on in. I know that they're circling, looking for the building that Melly's in. No blind pushes from Team Entity. Look at him getting closer, closer. Oh, it's like getting swarmed by. Oh, they know where he is now. So Melly does have the DBS out. He's trying to get the shots up and through the door. He gets 1 down. He gets 2 down. Oh, there goes Ace OP. No, Nexus OP. But the rest of his team came up and over. But we also have Hope downstairs. Hope was way wicked at first. Oh, through the window. Melly up to 3 eliminations, and Julia got that cover fire. Oh, Team Entity, they will be waiting for us to head on off over to the Miramar, the land of the sand. So now Wales over here is in trouble with Nevermind up on that ridgeline. Look at that. All of Nevermind heading on down. But Nevermind might have heard all that chaos going on down to the southern side. Let's see what's going on. No, I think they're in that fight. Papa Sour, is that you taking all those shots over? No, I can't figure out which one's taking all the shots down onto Nevermind, as Nevermind goes right on by. Let's go. Let's check in on the map down below while you guys watch this for just a second. Does look like the Peak and Team Stage or Team Hype may be getting ready for that fight. It does look like they're clashing over there in that East Rise area, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And we also have Top Boys coming right up and in onto Peak at the 12 pack. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that fight to start breaking out as well. Let's go take a peek. Oh, there we go. Team Stage 0 all the way up over in Roz. Let's check in on this fight. Find out what is happening. So Team Hype doing just fine, but if you look up in that upper right-hand corner, you can see that they are right. Hello, everyone, and happy Thursday night. We are here with Spirit in the House of Cards tournament. This is day 2, the final night of the House of Cards, and we have 6 more matches to go. Over on your right-hand side, you have all the list of teams, but let's check in on the leaderboard coming into tonight. Fox Power, 81 total points. Yesterday they had double 2 winner chicken dinners. Crimson coming in second, 59. Straight on Nepal, 58. Team Entity, 56. Backseat Demons, 55. These scores were crazy. The fights were insane. If you didn't get a chance to watch last night's, you can find it on my channel. Hello Spidey, hello Elite, hello Rain, hello everyone. I hope you're doing great. We have one more day until the weekend. Let's go. It's starting to feel a little more like fall here. The weather's starting to break and get nice finally. Ooh, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. All right, so my allergies are a bit messy. So if I sneeze on your ear, guys, I'm sorry. Looks like we're still waiting for upgrade. They are in Germany, and it is currently pretty late in Germany. I'm not sure. Oh, there's Havoc Woe right now. So let's go, guys. In slot 6, we also have Team Entity. We know that they will be here. They are coming in, making their grand entrance. Space Esports looks like we're missing one. Just about everybody's in here. If you hear my throat lozenge, whatever, the Ricola. Sorry about that, but I have a sore throat tonight, guys. But that's about it. That's enough of me. How's everybody else doing? You guys doing okay? You guys ready for the weekend? We're almost here. Almost have a 3-day weekend if you're over on this side of the water. The pond, as they say. Alright, let's see. What am I missing? I think we got everything going on, so yeah. You guys ready for some crazy chaos? We have 6 matches tonight. We will be headed into Erangel, Rondo, back to Erangel, over to Miramar, back to Rondo. So yes, we have 2 leaderboard shuffle matches tonight, 3 Rondos, and a Miramar, and then we will have a winner. So the leaderboard that we are looking at may have some discrepancies, so don't hold these in stone. They're not in stone, guys. These teams do have a chance to dispute. So, and plus we're not looking at, in those we weren't looking at any of the what do they call them? Lost my train of thought for a second. I hate that when you guys text me. Anyway, any of the penalties or any of the duos or any of the shooting crates or whatever the penalties may be in this tournament. Sadly, I did not read all the rules to the tournament, but I know that the scores will be a little different. But tonight we'll start over with brand new scores starting in match 7 to 12. So just keep in mind that Fox Power is pretty far ahead. 20 of those extra points, 20 of those points are just from winner chicken dinners. So if they hadn't have gotten those, their scores would have been right along right in here with all the rest of them. So that winner chicken dinner makes a big difference. All right, guys, here we go. Heading into our very first Erangel of tonight. Looks like we've only got a duo for upgrade. Hopefully we can find Fate in 24K. They may be eating. They may be sleeping. Like I said, they are in Germany. So hopefully they'll show up tonight. If not, then we can still have fun with the duo. All right, let's go. Should we jump with Fox Power? What do you guys think? They were doing such crazy stuff last night. Extremely talented in this lobby. There we go. Got everybody on the screen. I will get into this, guys. I just need to snap into it. Like I said, just a little bit on the plus I just ate, so I have food on my brain. I had spaghetti, garlic toast crunch. I love that garlic toast crunch. Num. All right, guys, here we go. You guys ready? I am. If you guys could remember to hit the like, it would really help us all out too. All right, here we go, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's see where our first flight path. We're coming in from that Stauber area, coming down along that Rosshawk River, just to the north of Rosshawk Boatyard Ruins, going along that Mount Everest and out the California coastline, way over to that western edge between Gacka and Quarry. That no man's land out there. Alright, let's see where everybody goes. It's usually where the backseat demons kind of drop. They like to go over there. Almost there. Likes to go over there. Rest in Peace Department. Although the Rest in Peace Department, I've noticed they've been going to Yasnaya lately. And they're not even in here. Alright, so we got some chaos going on at Kameshki. It looks like Sign to God and Chosen are going over to Kameshki together. You can see that they are all right on top of each other. I've got it zoomed in on that smaller map to the left. Looks like Mahal and who's that kiddo? Looks like they're going to break off, go to the southern side of Kameshki. Might be able to get on out of there. We've got Space Esports taking over all of Yasnaya to themselves. We've got Straight Out of Nepal jumping with Fox Power down. This could be crazy because I think they're headed down to that car spawn, so they might be in that fight. Yes, they are. All right, let's go ahead and put that up there. I'll keep an eye on the looks like Straight Out of Nepal made it over there fast, but you know Straight Out of Nepal is going to grab that car and try to run over Coal King. So let's see if Cole can get out of there fast before Straight Out of Nepal gets into that vehicle and comes after him. It looks like Silent and Upgrade are over in Pachinki already in that fight as well. So it looks like Cole should be able to make it and no longer see Straight Out of Nepal. Let's go ahead and check out this zone. So it's a 50-50 whether or not we're going to military base. I don't think so, but we'll check in on zone 2 and we'll have a better idea if we're going to military base. Now, oh, Silence already have one knock. It's just up to Havoc. Whoa, we've already lost Baby Tank, so now Havoc, whoa, it does have to... Ooh, there's 2 of them down. Havoc, whoa, is down to about 5 HP, though. So now here comes the rest of them from the silence. They are not being silent. We can hear all those footsteps right under Havoc, whoa. And he's just waiting for each of them to make a fatal mistake by pushing him alone. This is Havoc, and Havoc knows how to handle 1v4s. And, oh, he was ready for that. Let's go. He knows that they're here. He knows that he is alone. Gonna come out there. Oh, hello. Hello. We did lose one over here in Pachinki, but let's go, guys. Let's go. So now we do have a fight all the way up here in Severny. Let's check in on what's going on with the X-Tier Revenants up here with Peak Esports. So let's see what's going on. Dusk, one of last night's top fraggers. Also over here with Nino's, also a top fragger. The Chosen also in a fight with Sign to God. Let me check in on that because we do have Sign to God fans that'll pop up in here and say, show Sign to God. Let's go check on them. Looks like we got a trio and 4 points. I believe those might be Sign to God points. So we'll have to keep that in mind when they show up asking about them. So we've got Crimson over here in the Georgia Pole area. Never mind over here in the Crates area. We got the Extreme Slayers over in this hospital area. All the way down here, we got the Backseat Demons in Primorsk. So the main fight is still over here in Severny. So let's get on back over to Severny and find out what is happening up here. We still have all 4 of them for Peak Esports and all 4 of them for the X-Tier Revenants. Looks like Morph may be in a fight over there. Let's see what he is doing. I saw some shots going off, and I think he was taking a shot maybe at Denji. Let's check in on where Denji is. Maybe even taking a shot at the vehicle. Hype Esports in a fight now with Team Stage 0. I think this is over here in that Roz area. So let's see. Team Hype and Team Stage 0. Team Hype Dylan. Now, these two teams have been facing off every Erangel. We've got a Team Stage 0 Dylan and a Team Hype Dylan, and they knocked each other last night. It was quite comical for me, but I'm sure they weren't all that funny. Fox Power and straight out of Nepal. They're getting in that fight. Oh, Wolf. Wolf was all the way down here with straps. So Wolf was trying to come up and around. I bet he went over here to the car spawn to get that car for the squad. And so now it's a 4v3, and I'm pretty sure that Fox Power, they usually do, they'll probably come into Milta. Look at this, we've got Sentry all the way up there. What are you doing all the way up here? Looks like he was just looting the looting the shelter all to himself. So let's go, guys. Let's head back over to the fight over here in Rozhok. Find out what we can do. We're over here now at the East Roz. We do have somebody up there on the roof. Is that Dylan? Nope. Let's see. Who is it on the roof over here? I did see one of them. And they must have gotten off the roof, so let's see. Ooh, there we go. Spectate, sign to God. Hello, Amar Chat Sendu. We're gonna have to wait until Rondo to spectate them. They went up to Kameshki and they got into a fight with the Chosen very early in Kameshki. So we missed the fight. The Chosen are trio, and they came out with 4 eliminations. Marjat Sandu, I will make sure to check in on Sign again. And it looks like Team Hype Dylan with 2 eliminations. Kalua with an elimination, and Ansul with an elimination. There goes Peak Esports. But, Amar, I will check in on Sign to God next match. They were up here. They jumped with the Chosen all the way here in Kameshki. And we're still having the fight up here in Severny. Let's get on over to Severny, find out what's happening. We did lose tryout for the X tier Revenants, and Denji, he's trying to see you. We're here with Dusk from the X tier Revenants. Let's see. And Novio, he was able to get that elimination or on a tryout. Alright, guys. If you could hit that like, I truly appreciate it. It's a really slow start tonight, but our zone's getting ready to pop. Let me get that map ready for us to check in on. And let me go ahead and put the map screen up there, because here we go in 3 seconds. Now we'll see if we're headed down to military. Nope, we're staying on the main island. There is your zone number 2. Now let's get back into this map. And Dusk finds one. No, it was not Dusk. It was Maya that was able to get that elimination. Even though Dusk was getting some of those hit points, they know where Dusk is. And look at that. I think that's Lucio right on that edge. Let's check in on what Lucio is doing. Lucio's doing pretty good, but look at that. He only had a level 1 helmet. And so he might be able to go over and get Nino's pick back up. We got Novio up top. Look at this. He's going to be able to get that cross angle. He's got that wide open street right in front of him. And if the X tier come across that street, there they go, right there. There goes Dusk and Novio watching each and every movement of it. We'll see if Dusk goes to pick up his teammate or pushes up onto the team. Look at this. They're going to try to get that nade. Oh, he can see you perfectly. Does he get that nade? No, he does not get the nade on him. But now Dusk coming out. Ooh, Dusk down to about 5 HP. Hello, Roxy OP. Alright, so Dusk is going to come on back to the barn house. And let's see if he goes ahead and picks up Maya, because now the X tier Revenants are just down to a duo. And we do have a trio, so it is a little bit of a handicap for the X tier Revenants. Taking on Peak Esports right across. Can they get on out of there? That's the question. Alright, it's still very quiet, so let's go ahead and check. Dust does get quite a bit of damage over on the Novio, but right now they're just messing up each other's. Oh, look at that. Maya went all the way over right in front of him. Maya! Now it's just down to Dust. Dust no longer has the vehicle. Maya taking the vehicle right over to Peak Esports and goes down. But Dust can see where the duo are over here. We already know that Lucio's where he is, because Lucio's was taking those shots, and it looks like they're launching those nades right at Dusk. Dusk down to 1 HP, and he's going to have to hurry up and heal up, but he only has band-aids. So hopefully he can get a band-aid off before he gets pushed up on by all 3 of them. This could have been much better, but I think Maya taking the vehicle. Oh, Dusk! What a spray down with that JS9. Jeez, and there they go. W Dusk. Alright, so we do have the fight with the Silence and Crimson. It looks like Crimson came on over to Pachinki, so let's see what's going on with the Silence. And we do have Crimson starting to push right up and in. Lancer, I believe, was the top fragger last night, and Drake. So we had 2 top fraggers from Crimson last night. This is a very, very hard-hitting team. They push together well, and they get those eliminations. So let's see what they're going to do when they're pushing right up and in onto the Silence. And I believe the Silence are still a trio. Ooh, the Extreme Slayer. No, it's a duo. So Somehow we lost 2 of them from the silence. So Empedour, I'm not sure when Empedour went out. I'm not sure if Crimson, it looks like Drake might have gotten Empedour. But we have the Extreme Slayer not too far away. We got Pappy Sour, they may be over there on that AL. Yes, they are trying to get the shots. You can see them right when Drake came through the alley house. And so they are just over to that western side. You can see Pappy Sour now, his tag off. And there goes Pappy Sour taking the shots. And there goes Nycroy. So now, Pappy Sour, let's see what's going on. We do have all 3 of them from the silence gone now, but we do have the trio from the Extreme Slayers coming on down. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening. I'm not sure if they're getting ready to push right up and in, or if they're headed over to Zone, because Zone is headed over towards Potato Hill Center Zone. Now we know that Fox Power was taking over Potato Hill last night. Let me go ahead and put this map up there. They were definitely dominating any team that came up onto Potato Hill. So they may not want to come right up and in onto Fox Power. They may keep it clear. But the Extreme Slayers definitely have the backseat demons trying to push them out of the Lighthouse Ridgeline. And in this fight, we got Legend trying to get those shots right up and over. Oh, Legend getting found by Salty. So now we are down to Winter and Wayos Winter coming right up and over the edge. I'm not sure if they'll be able to pick up Legend. Oh, there goes Legend out to Salty. So now they are coming right up and in, also onto the top boys down at the Lighthouse Barns. And we also have Nevermind Esports over at that West Farm area. Let me go ahead and scroll that in just a little bit there, guys. Let me put that map screen up there. We do have a chance to keep an eye on where everyone is. I think pretty much everyone is out of the blue. We do have one more team coming in from that Milta area. The Chosen coming all the way down that eastern side from Kameshki, wrapping through Milta, coming up and into that southern area. So now the Extreme Slayers, I know Winter is looking for Fox Power, trying to figure out where Fox Power is. But Fox Power is all the way over here by the shelter area, which is very odd. Everybody's just kind of going in slow. Let's check in on Jelly. Hello, top boys, Jelly. Peanut butter jelly time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Looks like Team Entity are also in a fight. Let's see, where's Team Entity? Where did they end up? Let's see, was it Apollo that just got that knock? He's over here in Centerish Zone, over here at the Hilltop compound. Just, ooh. Crimson getting those shots straight across. That might be Drake or Lancer trying to get those shots. It is Lancer. Like I said, Drake and Lancer were both top fraggers last night. So we'll have to keep an eye on them and look at Lancer's health going down. So he is getting shot also by Team Entities. That level 2 helmet's not going to last him that much longer. So let's go ahead and scroll in just a little bit. And it looks like we've got the X-tier Revenant Dusk also coming in from that very far east side out of the blue. So we do have a couple of players still right along that edge zone. So we got to keep an eye on that. If you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you can see Nevermind is not too far away from Crimson. I believe that they were over at that West Farm area, and they're just kind of keeping an eye on their neighbors. So they're being nosy neighbors, trying to figure out what's happening, going on over here. Got White Hat out, just scouting, making sure that the nosy neighbors stay where they're supposed to be. And our zone shifts off of Potato Hill. We're going over towards this farm area. We do have Team Entity in the hilltop compound, still in zone. We do have Top Boys. Top Boys were able to move all the way down here to the murder house. So here we are, and I can hear that hovercraft coming on in. Was that Cloudy? Yeah. Cloudy trying to, oh, you're gonna get that thing stuck, Cloudy. It's gonna get stuck. And look at this, we do have a team coming up right behind him, the Chosen over here at the docks compound. I think these are the one stacks and the in the secret lab. Let's go, let's see what else is happening. So Space Esports may be coming in on a Fox Power, but the same with the Extreme Slayers. It looks like the Extreme Slayers are trying to chase down Cole. So Cole King coming in hot right at, trying to drag the Extreme Slayers right behind him. And look at this, he stops and does have the rest of his team coming up and through. Oh no, essentially going down. Now, look at that. Cole King is able to get whales out of the car. Now, Peppy Sour. Strap taking Peppy Sour out. So now the Extreme Slayers are just down to Winter. Winter is the last one still standing over here. He does have two of his teammates knocked, but he is also over here with Space Esports. Oh, the pull up by Strap from Fox Power. But we do have Space Esports and Team Hype. So let's check in on Space Esports, find out what's going on with them. We did lose Dez at some point, but we've got this guy right here, Net and Ahu. I don't know how to say this name, guys. Alright, so he's coming right up and over, and he's going to be right in the line of sight of Team Entity. Let's see. He's going to go ahead and take over the Switcher Tower, and we already know that Team Entity is going to be paying attention to that, but you can see that Drake from Crimson has come all the way up and over to get some vantage point up that hill. This one-story shack over here is just a death trap, in my opinion. But it looks like, never mind, they are still over here at the West Farm. They do need to come on out. If you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you can see that they're pretty far outside of zone. And there's a lot to get through to get into this new zone. We do have Crimson gatekeeping, and then we've got the backseat demons all the way down at the docks with the Chosen right in front of them. The Chosen may be trying to gatekeep as well. Let's check in on the small man, because you know that there's a fight going on over here as well. Plus we have Top Boys up at the murder house farm area trying to get it. Top Boys Cloudy, yep, Top Boys Cloudy also trying to get some of these third-party shots. So now Salty is able to get an elimination, and listen to the spray. And here comes a nade right up the stair onto the Chosen. And, oh, fake star, who got you? It was Chosen Asta right at the top of that. Let's see, I don't see the Chosen anymore. They must have gotten taken out. But now all these teams are trying to push right up and in. We did lose the small man at some point during all this, and now we do have the fight over here at the one stack. Crimson trying to hold off the push by Nevermind. Crimson down to just Calmus. Nevermind, all four of them pushed right up in onto that one stack. And now here comes all the nades coming out from the Calmus, trying to get into those smokes, trying to stop the pull up the entire squad coming right up and in onto Calmus. Calmus in the nade shack trying to hold him off with the DBS. He is able to get one with the DBS. And oh, it was Sandu, but then he gets taken down and out by, who caught you? Space Chingy. So Chingy was able to get that elimination. Let's find Space Esports right over here. He is also knocked in all of that as well. So now let's go. You can see in the upper right hand corner we are in the stages of anarchy where we've got too many teams in the small amount of space. So let's check in on what Team Entity. Team Entity are only a duo. While you watch this, let me go ahead and see if I can get some sky view to see what we can see from above. I'm gonna go ahead and put that over onto the screen for you guys. We do have Entity up on this ridge line. So they are in zone with the cover. They've got the tar for hard cover plus the smoke to keep the sight lines off, and never mind, are down to just looks like White Hat might be bleeding out over here. Fake Star trying to come right up and in, but Apollo is right there watching for the push up, and yeah, White Hat's trying to get back to him, and I'm not sure. Oh, 1 HP, and there he goes. Somebody does find him. Nexus OP. So now let's go over towards the center zone area and find out what is happening. It looks like Team Hype Jelly for the top boys coming right up and in onto Space Esports. But here comes Melly and Cloudy. Melly and Cloudy both. Oh, there goes Space Esports in the smoke. So now we still have 4 teams. We still have straight on the paw. We've got the top boys over here. Team Hype there. All out in the blue, so they need to come on in. Let me see what else is happening. Let me get on over to Nexus OP, see what he is up to. Sorry guys, sorry about that. So now I think Nexus may be able to, he might have enough time to get Apollo picked back up. But here comes the top boys, and I no longer see straight on the paw, so I don't think they made it out of that blue. Oh, that nade by Hype Dylan right up and over, and was able to knock Apollo right as soon as he got picked back up. So that was a nice nade by Apollo. But now Apollo is facing off with all 4 of them from top boys coming right up and onto them. So top boys, team 15. It looks like Jelly making that come around. Oh, and Julia was able to find him, and he was trying to watch over onto Jelly. So now we are back up to a duo. We were able to heal back up for Team Entity, but it is now a 2v4 situation. We've got Team Entity getting pulled up on by all 4 of them from top boys. And now it is just up to Apollo. Can I switch? There it is. And the run over. That was the squish. Space about to clutch this up, says Chingy. Hello, Chingy. I had you on my screen. Hello. W Space Chingy. So coming in first, top boys with 9 elimination. Team Entity coming in second with 4 eliminations. Team Hype coming in third with 7 eliminations. G top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. Here is Chingy in my YouTube chat. Hello, Chingy, big fan. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. Going all out. Top boys Cloudy. 5 elimination. 526 damage. So when we come right back, I'll have the scores for matches 7 through 12, and I will try to remind you of what the matches were coming into today's final day, day 2 of the House of Cards, and I will be right back in 5 or under. Right on top of each other. Ooh, Jot. There goes Jot from Team Stage 0. I think Team Stage 0 may be down to just a duo, so they've got another Jot and Dylan, Jot number 2. Hell. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that fight to start breaking out as well. Let's go take a peek. Oh, there we go. Team Stage 0 all the way up over in Roz. Let's check in on this fight. Find out what is happening. So Team Hype doing just fine. But if you look up in that upper right-hand corner, you can see that they are right on top of each other. Ooh, Jot. There goes Jot from Team Stage 0. I think Team Stage 0 may be down to just a duo, so they've got another Jot and Dylan, Jot number 2. Hell, look at this. They're all the way up on that ridge line. They are all spread up, getting all these different angles. And Killa, is that you? Is that what that said? No, it says Kalua. We'll just go with it, guys. You know I can't read. So now Dylan. Oh, Dylan goes down. So Dylan right on this top side, but they're going to be able to come on down. And I think, let's see what's happening with the other team. We have 2 Dylans. We have Team Stage 0 Dylan and Hype Dylan, and they are both knocked. What are the chances of that, guys? Let me know. This is the House of Cards. I think we just pulled the Joker. So let's see. Looks like Jot trying to get on out of there, but he is getting chased down by one of the teammates from maybe Kalua. So let's go. I think he's going to be able to get on out of that, going across Death Island with nobody right behind him. Let's see what's happening over here with Lucio. Lucio has the straight out of Nepal coming across that lighthouse ridge line right in front of him, headed over towards, I believe, A Hill, just to the south of Pachinki. Looking, yep, there we go. Looking for Havoc. Whoa, as Havoc, whoa, just goes off the map over towards the 12-pack. So we got Russell in here. Hello, Russell. Long time no see. Hello, Russell. All right, so let's see what is going on over here. We do have Peak not too far away over here in Sunnydale. And we've got Upgrade at the 12-pack. Crimson's coming in. I believe Crimson wraps around to the south of Peak and will end up right in the lap of Upgrade. So we should have a fight right on over here. Let's see what's going on with the Calmist. The Calmist almost following straight out of the Nepal route. And I think Fragger may see Calmist right there. They're going to look at that, a whole top of A Hill filled with straight out of Nepal. So let's go. Let me see what else is happening on this. We still have a team all the way up in Severny. Velocity coming on in, and that fight over at the 12-pack has started. So now let's see if I can get over to the 12-pack and find out what's happening. Where did Upgrade go? Oh, they were an anchor up here. So let's check in on Drake. Drake was fragging out last night. Let's see what's happening over here. I think that might have been on the Havoc. Whoa. And let's go. So I see Space Esports trying to push up onto Fox Power. Up on top of that, we got Peak over here, and then we got the fight that's all the way over. There goes another one onto straight on the ball. But let's check in on the fight that is happening up on the top of Potato Hill as well. So we've got 2 fights going on. Space Esports barely getting out of there in time to get away from Fox Power. But then now we do have Team Hype wrapping right up and around onto Fox Power. Look at this, Fox Power right on down below. So we've got 2 main fights happening. Let's get them on side by side so that you guys can find out what's happening with your teams. It looks like Team Hype does have 1 knock. They're trying to get those shots, and Crimson is down to just Drake and Calmus. There goes Albator and Lancer and Esports. Ooh, the run over. That's gonna leave a mark. So now we got the Gaumas coming right up and in on the Peak. He is the last one still. Oh, Albator. Albator did get picked back up. And Peak taking over the HQ Hilltop. So now let's get on over to the top of Potato Hill and see what we can see. And it looks like Fox Power came out on top of that. But now Coal King is the last one still standing. Gold King up to 3 eliminations in our zone, going all the way over to Quarry Ferry Pier just south of Gecka. Let me go ahead and put that map right up there for you so you can check in on your teams. So we still have 13 teams in this, guys. If you could hit the like and subscribe, it would really help us all out. Get these teams, get the server, the spirit server, out into the world so that they can join some of these scrims as well. Let me check in on X Tier Revenue. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the House of Cards. We are headed into match number 8 of 12. We are headed into the leaderboard shuffle match. I was hoping that they could get the scores, but there's something going on with the scores. Hello, Groot. Big fan. Green most definitely could have been looking at the devices like a chameleon, though. It's harder than you think. And yes, it's a good thing that I have ADHD, although I wish I could remember half the stuff that I say. Sometimes when I get distracted by a ping, you know, one of the admins will ping me from the server to let me know that something's going on or whatever. And then I'll lose my train of thought when I'm reading the elimination feed while talking about the active fight. I mess up names. I'm a nuisance. But these guys only watch me for the maps anyway. And let's be honest. Let's head into tonight's first of 2 leaderboard shuffle matches. This time we're going to be jumping with Top Boys Cloudy. 5 eliminations, 526 damage. Top Boys. I still feel like I'm from New York when I'm saying that. Top Boys. There we go. There is Cloudy. Cloudy looking so good. Where is he? Oh. I almost had him, guys. Almost had him. We got the chopsticks coming into this rondo match. Let's see if I can find Cloudy now. Where did he go? He was just right there. Where did he go? Alright, I already lost him, guys. Somehow, oh, I must be on the wrong plane. Let's see. Top Boys. Let's see if I can find him now. There he is. Alright, so now we're coming in from that southwest side, headed up just to that eastern edge, going over from Long Ho all the way to the eastern side of Marion, and then we came up from Jadina City, going towards that middle, going right over the top of the Neox factory. So we got it. There it is. Took forever to load for no reason. That's fine. Here are your scores. Top Boys coming in first tonight. This is match 7. 19 total points. Team Hype 12 points. Never mind Esports, it's 7. There are your scores. So now let's see what else is happening on the map. It does look like Top Boys are going to be doing just fine. So let's go ahead and head on down. Ooh, we got that first zone all the way north of Stadium. So we're going to the north side, but let's head on over to the temples. Find out what, oh, this is Danqing, guys, I think. This is Danqing. This is, oh, look at that, Hongshan. So now we have 3 teams down here. We've got Velocity. We've got Nevermind and Team Stage 0 right on down here. So let's go ahead and we'll keep an eye on what's going on with Velocity. And we'll go ahead and head on over to the Neox factory. I think you guys said you prefer it when I do this and then switch back and forth. So we'll try that tonight. See what you guys like. Let me know. I know you guys always have all sorts of ideas for me. Chosen is in effect. Let's see where are the chosen on it on the lower screen. So let's go ahead and pop that up and over. Let's check in on Nevermind, find out what they are doing. I do need to find Sign to God as well, because I've told the chat that I would find them this match. I told them Marjat Sandu. So let's see if I can find him. I think we have a second to look for where Sign to God is. They're all the way up here in Maytown. So let's see if they're all 4 of them up here. Looks like Amar. Is this you looking for us? And they're over here with the Silence in Hamay, but he might be alone. The rest of them are all the way down here in Danqing. So we got a trio down here in Danqing. So we are having some issues for Sign to God. So let's see what we can do. We are over here with Straight Out of Nepal and Team Hype. So let's go ahead and find out what's going on our other screen. Find out if I fell off of that. Go ahead and head on back on down to where the fights are. All right, let's go. So I do see Team Hype that they're coming up and around. And we've got a big fight going on between, Pappy Sour, I see you. So we've got 3 teams over here at the Yulin. We've got the Silence, the Backseat Demons, and Extreme Slayers right on over here. Backseat Demons, Eros, the God of Love. Trying to get those nades right up and in onto the Extreme Slayers, and we also have Silence straight across. I'm not sure if he's trying for the Silence first. I think he's coming up onto the Silence, but he is trying to keep his head down from the Extreme Slayers as well. So the Extreme Slayers are right next door. We got the S-Bomb. Came right up and around. Just seeing that, the edge of that jacket was able to get him. We got Fake Star over on the other one. Let's see what's going on with Fake Star really quick. It looks like he is wrapping up and around. We still have Team Stage 0 over here with Nevermind as well. So let's go ahead and head on back to this screen and find out. Let's go. I think we're going to have a big fight over here with Team Stage 0 and Nevermind. They are pushing right up and in. Let's get that over there. We got Fake Star coming up. Does have 1 knock so far, and there's another one off that distance. Got 2 of them, and he's able to get that elimination. But his teammates know where the other 2 are as well. They're down really close to him. And now Arrow's getting ready to throw that nade up onto that balcony. Look at that right there. Oh, what a nade. Right up and onto Legend, perfectly cooked. And I know Legend's not going to agree with me, but that was a really perfect nade onto Legend. And I think that might be it. Yeah, they took out all 3 of them. They're up to 5 eliminations, but we still have Winter over here as well. So hopefully Winter can get on out of there and get there. Oh, they're already coming back. Look at that. All 4 of them are already coming back. So let's go ahead and slip on back over onto this side. Let me go check in onto Sign to God for Amar Jat Sandu. So there you go. We're down to a duo, so we were able to get away from that. And now we do have Straight Out of Nepal and Team Hype coming up in onto Team Stage or Sign to God. Kiddo coming on down, trying to figure out where they are. There's a nice little K9 on that floor waiting for him. And look at this. One comes in, one comes out. It's kind of like the Scooby-Doo. You know, one door coming out the other door. Alright, let's switch that back over so that we can see what's happening with Kiddo. And He's still trying to get those shots right on over onto... Oh! So now Sign to God is just down to invincible, so they're going to be able to get the whole team back up. So there you go, Marjat Sandu. Alright, let's see what else is happening. Let's go. Let me go ahead and put this other side up there so you guys can see what's happening for Team 9. Never mind, as they're coming on in. And I think Peak and Salty. Let's head up over towards Salty, find out what's going on with him. As he's coming right over the top of that hill, he should see Peak right in front of him. And Bill does have 2 of his players out. We got the Chosen across the way, not too far away from the rest of his team. Let's find out what's going on with Asta, because Asta's up to 3 eliminations. And now Salty looking down that way at Novio, watching Novio's rotation coming down in the, right along that riverbank. And let's see, it looks like he's getting watched as well, so I'm not sure if Salty knew that he was also getting followed by Denji. Asta finding Sandu, so now let's go. Let's see what else is happening. Right on over here, Asta is up to 4 eliminations, but we still have a duo of 4. Never mind, right on down below. Let's go ahead and switch on over to the other side, and let's go on over here and find out what's going on with Velocity. Velocity is coming up on Sign to God, so let's see. We do have Fake Star. He's the last one still standing. Hopefully Fake Star will be able to get over to the recall centers and get his teammates picked back up. So we do have Team 20 off in that distance. That is the Chosen. And it looks like Velocity's just following along that edge, trying to keep an eye on where Sign to God are. And we're still going to the north, but we still have such a big spread on these teams. So let me go ahead and put that map screen up there, give you guys an idea of where all these teams are. Look at how far north. We're still going to the north. We are still going north. This is the farthest north I think we've been in scrims, but we still have a lot of teams that are coming in from that southern side. So now let's go ahead and get back in here and find out where else we're going. And let's go up all the way to the Silence, because the Silence are up here in center zone. So whoops, that's not what I meant to do. And let's see what else is going on. I think I'll go ahead and leave that map up there so you guys keep an eye on your teams. We still have 16 teams in this. Oh, this is the top of the hill. They got the Kubota. Look at that. So not too shabby. Got all sorts of sightlines right on over here. So Patel, what were you trying to say? Chigar Patel, do you have something to say? Alright, let's go. Alright, so Sign to God may be coming right up and in onto Velocity, but they also have Straight Out Nepal not too far away. So we do have Straight Out Nepal Wolf just to the south of you just saw Sign to God on his screen. So let's check in. Oh, look at that. They're jumping off. That's kind of funny. Let's see, can we catch one of them jumping off the bridge? Let me see if I can catch them coming in and across. XP3, I already missed them all. Alright, Fragger's still coming in. Doop. The bridge to nowhere, literally. Alright, so let's go, guys. Let's go. At least they got all 4 of their vehicles, and they are still coming into this very northern side. We're all the way up here at Rian, so... And Sign to God Mahal. Mahal is right here waiting for him, but Mahal is going to get pinched now between Sign to God and X-tier Revenants. Look at this, Mahal right on the top of this. And now we can finally go ahead and scroll on in We straight on Nepal with the flying mobiles. We still have the X-tier revenants right at the top of this, trying to throw those nades, trying to get the third party right on down on top of straight on Nepal. One of them from straight on Nepal was knocked, and they are still, oh, Terror gets knocked. XP3, let's check in on what XP3 is doing as the X-tier revenants are coming right up and in on him. And there goes Fragger, XP3, the last one's still standing. He's trying to get those shots up the hill. And he's sliding backwards. Oh, the X-tier revenants taking over the top of this hill. But not too far away is the Silence. And the Silence are coming right up and in. And now our zone pops again, but this time we're getting closer to Rayan. We're coming farther away from that north side, so not quite all the way to the edge of zone. Let's go. We do have Fox Power in a fight now with let's see if we can find Fox Power right on down here with Team Hype. You be quiet. Alright. Nice. Nice. Alright, so Fox Power right on down here, just to the southeast side of the zone, but they're not too far away from the backseat demons. So the backseat demons are right over here, not too far away from Team Entity as well. But I do see that we've got a fight with Velocity over here in Rayan. Oh, Nexus OP getting found. So now let's get on over to someone else and let's see what's happening over in Rayan. Velocity in a very active fight over here. And it looks like a Nuxify is trying to find his team, trying to get a little closer to his teammates. Coming right up and in onto Crimson over here in Rayan with him. So now Peak also in a fight with the Silence. We've got the Extreme Slayers over here in a fight with the Backseat Demons. That is right on down below. So let's get on down below, find out what else is happening. We got the Backseat Demons over here in a fight with the... Let's get on over here. Last match top fragger. It's been taken down and now oh, Salty going out. We've got all these big teams over here. We got Fox Power over here, the Extreme Slayer, the Backseat Demons. We got Tizzy trying to throw that nade right up and over. Gets found by Sentry. Airgod is right on over here. And now we've got Team Entity pushing right up and in, trying to come in onto this third party, but they're going to come up right behind the Extreme Slayers. So now let's go ahead and find out what else is happening on the screen. So we are down to the top 9 teams. We still have 9 teams in this. And here that they come Wayos right at the top of this, and Pappy Sour driving up and around as the the seat swap onto Team Entity, trying to get those shots. Pappy Sour down to about 5 HP, going down to Team Entity, but Team Entity is also down to just 2 players. We got 2 players up for Team Entity. We've got Nexus OP and Apollo still up. And now all the teams that we were watching over in Rayan have to come out of there. And then we do have Top Boys coming in from that very north side along with, let's see what team this is all the way up at the top. It is the Silence and Peak right over here at the bridge, and they're keeping an eye on the teams coming out of Rayan. So all these teams do have to move right out of that city and into between all the waterways. You can see on the map that there are waters just surrounding the zone. Our zone's getting ready to pop, and now we're going to that northern side, just not too far away from Rayan, but they are still going to have to come on out. We do Ninos. Ninos, look at this. And they are also going out to the blue zone. So now let's get on over towards here. I hear the mortars going off. Something down to about 5 HP trying to get those shots over onto Apollo. He was too low and Apollo was able to punish him for that. Right up and around. So now Apollo right on this very southern edge and he still has to get all the way up and into zone. And now the zone, like I said, is shifted to that northern side. And we do have a couple of teams already in the north side. Let's go check in on Jelly. Jelly is a solo, but they know that he's in this nade check and they are all right. Oh, who got that? It was Novio. Novio with that nade. So now let's check in on what Novio is doing right on down below Team Entity and the Chosen. The Chosen right upstairs. And then here comes the here comes the exterior Revenants right up and over. Look in your upper right hand corner, the chaos that's happening in that mini map. Everybody trying to become the king of the zone. Let me see if I can go ahead and get a sky view of what is happening in the zone. We're coming all the way up towards peak. So where we are on the screen below is in zone. So Peak's still trying to push up this hill into Chosen, and I couldn't even switch over fast enough. Peak Esports coming in first with 11 eliminations. The Chosen coming in second with 14 eliminations. Team Entity coming in third with 10 eliminations. All top 3 teams, double digits. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 and 17 going all out. Team Entity Apollo. 6 eliminations, 936 damage. So we'll come back with some live scores. We'll be jumping into Erangel, our second Erangel matchup tonight with Team Entity Apollo in under 5 minutes. Be right back. It looks like the Extreme Slayers are getting ready to come right up and in onto where X tier are over. Oh, look at that. A whole row of Extreme Slayers and Dusk headed to the south. So let's check in on see what Dusk can see. Maybe he knows that the north side of the ridgeline has definitely gotten taken over. He might be able to see some of the Extreme Slayers from here. And look at this Legend finding Nevermind. Legend on the top of this Nevermind. I think they're coming right up and behind. Ooh, right on into the Extreme Slayers. So now the Extreme Slayers are down to just Wales. Wales, are you the last one still standing? Let me check the Wales. Oh, never mind. Coming right up and over. Whitehead up to 2 eliminations. And the Fake Star up to 2 eliminations. But look at this. Here comes another team straight out in Nepal. Straight out in Nepal coming in and across. And we still have the X tier Revenants right down below in the compound. So while you watch that, I'm going to go ahead and fix this map for you guys so you guys can see where your teams are coming in. We do have Fox Power Coal King coming in all the way from the eastern side. And we've got Peak Esports wrapping around to the north side. Peak Esports is going to come in right behind, straight out of Nepal. You should be able to see them very soon. There they are. They're coming right up and on the screen. We'll stay here for a minute because as you can see, the elimination feed is completely empty. Russell with that seat swap. The seat swap over on the Peak. But now here comes Peak. They're trying to pull on out. We got Nuno all the way up on the top of the hill. On that cross angle, Lucio. Woo! Lucio trying to throw those nades right up and over. So now Nino's looks like Russell trying to spray down Nino's through the smoke, and Novio all the way up at the top of that hill trying to come on down to save his teammate. So look at this. Can he do it in enough time? So we do have Nino's back up, and we got Novio over here. Maybe getting Lucio, but straight on the ball is wrapping around, going up on top of that. We also have Dill from Nevermind right there in Novio. Novio is able to catch that, and so now straight on the ball, Russell. So now let's see what's going on from the top of the hill, because Wolf just moved him out, followed right behind him to see what is happening. We did lose Russell, but let's go. They do have to move on, and we did get a nice little donut zone, so most of these players don't have to go that far. But look at this team, stage 0 Jack coming right through. Needle in a haystack right on through the middle of Velocity. Off where Velocity and Jot just driving right on through. And Velocity finding those shots, but he makes it through. We got Nino's coming right up and into center zone. This is center zone now, so we do have Cole King not too far away. Look at this wide open space. We do have Team 13 Backseat Demons right up here on the Westbridge Farm Hill Range. Let's go in the long woods. Small man trying to get some of those shots. Let's check in on Salty. See what Salty is trying to do over on the south side of the zone. We do have Space Esports that needs to come right up and in on top of them. And look at that, the drop right there behind him. I'm sure he's thinking that drop would be nice to get that level 3 gear. Alright, let me go ahead and scroll on in while we watch that. I don't really see anybody right on top of each other. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up there for you. We are in stage 4, headed into stage 5. So there you go. I do think that Velocity may get into that fight with Sign to God, but I think Sign to God is also going to get pushed up on by Space Esports. So let's keep an eye on what's happening with Sign to God over here. You can see that they do have a few teams right up top, and Nevermind going right on through, and so now Sign to God. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Peak Esports coming in first with that winner chicken dinner, 24 total points, tied for first with the Chosen at 24 total points. Top Goys with that winner chicken dinner tonight at 22 total points. Fox Power 19, Team Hype tied with the X-Tier Revenants at 17, Team HD 15. And let's remember the scores from last night. Fox Power 81. 2 winner chicken dinners. We got Crimson at 59, Straight Out of Paul at 58, Team Entity at 56. Rudy, what are you yawning for? You stop that. Wake up, wake up. I'm doing the best I can. This time we're headed into Erangel with Entity, Team Entity Apollo, 6 elimination. I don't think I remembered to copy it in 936, but we're gonna go with Team Entity Apollo anyway, because that's who I have on here. Why are you yelling, Grudy? Groot. There's your new name, Groot. Alright, let's get on in there. Welcome back to the House of Cards. This is the final day, so we are headed into the final matches. And Team Entity Apollo? Where is Apollo? Went right past him, guys. Went right past him. There we go. And right on time, I got all that done in just a few minutes. So there we go. In our second air gallop tonight, we're coming in from that starboard area, coming across the middle of Yasnaya, going down to the southern side of school, going over the top of Potato Hill, south of Pochinki, down along that Westbridge gas station area, Ferry Pier, and dumping off in the bay to the south of Pomorce. So there you go. Backseat demons should appreciate this flight path. They'll be able to know who's pretty close to them and just how close they are. Let's go ahead and scroll on in a little bit. Let's see what's happening for Marjat Sandul. Looks like we're gonna have a clash up here in Kameshki one more time. We still have Sign of God over here with the Chosen. So we do have Sign of God in North Kameshki and the Chosen in South Kameshki. I'll try to keep an eye on that for you, but we also have the X-Tier Revenants jumping over here with Peak Esports to Severny one more time. Let's go. And we also have Team Hype over here in the school apartments with, let's see, Space Esports. Oh, we've got all sorts of them going on out. Team Entity doing just fine, headed over towards that Gaka field. And our first zone is so far north that we've got more water. Ooh. Team Stage 0 already down to just a duo Mafia with an elimination. Jot watching it as they come right up and in onto him. Team Hype. Oh, what a nade by Team Hype. Ansel getting that elimination. But they only got 2 of those eliminations. For Amar all the way up at the top. And it looks like our fight has already started off. Let's see what's going on with Mahal. Mahal's keeping an eye on where the Chosen are right on down below. Let's go ahead and head over to Peak and find out what's going on. Peak still has all four of their teammates up, but the X tier did lose a player. Let's see who we lost. We lost Maya, and it does look like one of them tryout is taking those shots, trying to get the shot. Oh, does get the shot over onto Peak, as Peak is trying to come down and around on that off angle, just like tryout. All right, so let's go. Let's see what else is happening. We're just gonna stay here for just a second for my YouTube chat. And look at this velocity, not too far away from the backseat demons over here in Pomorsk, and we do have arrows all the way up in this California coastline. And I think he's over here by the swamps. Let's check in on where he is. He's just over here trying to get some of the, he's over at the hospice trying to get some of that loot, guys. And it looks like we got the Silence by themselves up here in Pachinki. The rest of the teams are all right down here between the Polka and Milta with Fox Power and over by straight out of Nepal. Nevermind is over in this area as well, over at the shelter. So we've got several teams right along this edge as well, from prison all the way down to Milta. So there are your teams. We do have 14 teams in this. And let's go. Is that another team that's over here? I thought I saw Peak over here. So let's go. Is Peak not in here? They usually are right over here as well. Are they out? Or did they not join, guys? Because that 5-minute intermission is very difficult. So let's go ahead and head back over towards Let's head in onto Kiddo, find out what's going on with that, and I'll go ahead and put that map screen up, give you guys an idea where your teams might be, because we do have 14 teams, and we still have 2 minutes left of stage 1. Well, there you go. That zone all the way up and around Kameshki is crazy. Kameshki, Zarki, almost to the north side of Pachinki and Lapovka. So that's very northern. Alright, so it looks like Sign to God doing just fine this time, Amar Jat Sandu. Alright, let's go. Let's see what else we can see. It doesn't look like they're gonna get into that fight. Looks like the Chosen are headed down towards that bass mouth, all the little compounds right along in here. We do have the X-tier that are over here, just to that north side of Yasnaya. That is the base camp. We got the base camp of Mount Stabber. There we go. Dusk right on over here. Let's go. So right now they're all really separated out. I feel like Velocity and Luxify may be chasing down the backseat demons. So the backseat demons, I think they're being hunted, so they're gonna have to keep an eye on behind them to make sure that Velocity doesn't get too close, because Velocity gets within distance. We do have a Nuxify with the M1 Grand, and we know a Nuxify can snipe. I think the backseat demons are going to come up and through that North George area, and then they're going to come through across that bridge uncontested and come up and along that shooting range, that western side. They're going to be doing just fine up in there. They'll have plenty of sight lines. They'll be in zone with nobody at their back. They've got a clear route coming right up and in. Let's see. It looks like Crimson over here in a fight. Let's check in on what is happening. It was that Crimson. Let's try that again. Let's try this again. Come on. Can you click on there, please? There we go. Let's check in on Drake. Drake already has the elimination. It looks like they're chasing down, and it is the Chosen right in front of them. The Chosen trying to get out of the fray. Drake trying to get those shots over onto Asta and Chips. I'm not sure which one that is. I keep forgetting to ask Asta, but Chaps is getting chased down right on through. Oh, he's gonna have to make a stand down. Flicking that bite. Woohoo! What a spray down! But Crimson was able to get that elimination. I do believe that might be it for the Chosen for this match. Now it does look like Team Goys are coming right up onto Team Hype now, right at this West Yasnaya bridge over by the Coops compound. So now let's check in on what's happening. And they are still coming out of that Yasnaya area. Let's check in over here, find out what's going on. Looks like they're setting up a trap over here for the Coops compound, West Yasnaya bridge. And straight out Nepal are in a fight with Nevermind. Where is that going on? Let's head on down here, see if we can find out what's happening at the Walmart compound. It looks like that fight is already over. All 4 of them still standing for straight out Nepal with 4 eliminations. And so I think all 4 of those were Nevermind. Sign to God still wrapping around that Stubber area. X-tier Revenants. We do have Invincible not too far away from X-tier. They're going to have to keep their head down a little bit. And it does look like we got the backseat demons. They're going to come all the way up and along that coastline. But they got Team Entity right there. Let's check in on Eros as Eros goes scouting right next to Team Entity. See if we're going to have a fight there. Now that most of these teams have come in, I'll go ahead and zoom in on this map. There's nobody over on this eastern side, so I'll go ahead and put that up there to give you guys an idea where your teams might be. There you go. let me know. We still have 12 teams in this, and we are still only into stage 2. Alright, so it looks like they've wrapped up and around. They're gonna go a little closer to Severny. So now let's see what else is happening. I don't see any active fights going on at the moment. We do have, oh, Peak is still in Severny. There they are. There they are. But Fox Power getting ready to get into a fight now over here with Velocity coming up from that there. Oh, right in front of him. Gods, I'm so sorry to get that. Xenon getting picked off by Coal King and the Nuxify right at the top. So let's switch on over to a Nuxify. Find out what is happening with the Nuxify. Coal King are taking down 3 of them from Velocity. Nancy Glabant, Coal King. Ooh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm sorry, Nuxify. You know I love you guys. Alright, so now Nuxify is going to end up right over here on Team Entity or the Backseat Demons, because they are all right over here as well. And then Nuxify is now just a solo, trying to keep his car out of the way. He does have his M4 and his M1 Grand, but that's a lot of teams right on over here. Fox Power is now coming right up and in onto Team Entity and the Backseat Demons. The Backseat Demons already taking over this West Severny. Oh no! This West Severny coastline. So now the ridgeline, there they go, right up and around. Colkey takes a shot in that, right up and over on top. And the cliff is coming right up and over, and I see Peak Esports up there coming up to get into this third party. This is a huge third party from Peak coming in across, and look at this. Peak does find Aragod going out cold. Now they're just dual cold, trying to keep their head down as the rest of these teams are all coming up and around. We still have Team Entity out here. Coal King in one of the worst buggies ever trying to get out of there. Coal King up to 4 eliminations in the top of that. We still have a trio from the Backseat Demons and a trio from Team Entity. No, all 4 of them from Team Entity still standing. We did lose 1 from the Backseat Demons. And now we are headed over towards that east side of Severny, over towards the base camp of Mount Stalwart. And we got the ballet moves from the small man trying to get out of the spray of Novio and Peak Esports. Let's head on over to Peak Esports. Ooh, he's got the MG3. No wonder it was so devastating as they went driving right on through that. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up there. There you go. You can see that we still have all the way over at the west. We have Velocity coming in really slow, and Nuxify has to be on defense mode. Oh, small man had quite the sightline over on the Novio. Let's go back over to the small man and see what he can do, because I don't know if the small man can get out of this chaos. Denji trying to get those angles, and Novio. Right when we click off a Novio, I cannot click on the right person at the right time. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up there, guys. Give you an idea of where your teams still are, because we still have 9 teams in this. And look at that. We finally pulled off that water, so we are all on land. But we're on that western side of Stauber with that slope, and now here comes Team Entity. They're going to be driving almost the same route that the Backseat Demons tried to take along that beach right in front of Peak Esports, and I'm not exactly sure what that thing was. Maha's running over people. Let's go. Let's see what's happening over at the base camp. And this is team hype. This is not the fight that I was looking for. There they are. They're all the way up on the coastline. Here you go, Marjad. So now it's just Mahal and Amar. You guys are just the last two still standing, as we do have the X tier revenants trying to pull up in this coastline. The North Shore. Oh, tryout coming in right along the way. So now Amar is the last one still standing. Amar trying to hold off the push. His tryout is coming up those stairs right in front of him. And oh, the JS9 versus the let's go DBS. There we go. And so now we do still have quite the cluster right over here with Peak Esports Team Entity. We hear all the squishes of tires. We still have Novio still standing and Denji still standing right on over here. But if you look up in the upper right hand corner, you can see that Team Entity is coming in, and we also have top boys that are getting ready to reach the top of that cliff and come out to third party this fight between Team Entity and Peak. Denji is the last one still standing. Ooh, that S12 getting some damage over onto Team Entity, and Denji is going down quite a bit in health and gets found right under the edge. But like I said, here comes Top Goys coming over the top of that ridge line. And we also have Top Goys going all the way down and around on that off angle. You can see the Cloudy is all the way across the way. He came all the way down to get a better sight line onto the gas station. And now here comes Top Boys pushing down onto this gas station. The gas station is no longer in zone. The zone has moved over to the ridges of the western Stauber mountainside. So here comes that nade hit right on top of let's go. Who's still standing? Nike has gotten Apollo back up. It is a 2v4s. They're trying to push right up and in onto Team Entity. But as you can see, we have another team breaching that cliffside. It is the X tier revenants from above. X tier trying to get into the 4th or 5th or 6th party, and here they go. And Top Goys ready for that. And now we're down to just Dust. Dust is the last one still standing as Cloudy. Look at Cloudy zigzagging his way up right into all of this. We are down to the top 5 teams. We are in stage 4 as Cloudy coming up and around. And Cloudy on that seat swap. So now let's go ahead. Cloudy getting all the way up to how many eliminations does Cloudy have now? 3 eliminations out of all that chaos. And now we've got straight out of Nepal. We are down to the top 4 teams. We've got straight out of Nepal, Top Boys, and who are the other teams? We've got Velocity. Anuxify is still in this in defense mode. Remember, he is just a solo with that M1 Grand. And we also have Crimson taking over that whole western side of the hill. Look at this terror. Gonna go ahead and run over Jelly. Getting Jelly in his tires. So let's go ahead and put that map up there, give you an idea of where your teams might be. And let's go. So let's head it. There it is. There you go. All zoomed in for you guys. Trying to get those shots over onto Crimson as Crimson is driving right up in onto him. But we've got straight out of Nepal up on that ridgeline. His terror is trying to chase, doing these blue zone sweep. Look at this. He is just right on the edge of the blue zone, just looking for any of these teams that are coming right up into the zone. And we do have a Nuxify not too far away from Drake. Does a Nuxify know that Drake is right on the other side of him? Because Drake definitely knows it. He is there. Let's see what's going on. Oh, that made right on the Nextify. Let's see if I can get to some sky view. What is happening with the rest of this? And we do have Crimson coming right into straight out of Nepal, and we do have straight out of Nepal. Oh, there goes Julia for peak, and I think we still have our top boys, so let's go. And what else can I show you? Trying to get this. What is happening? Alright, let's see if we can get this. Alright, forget it, Dad. Forget it, guys. I'm having issues with the iPad, so let's go. Crimson coming in first with 15 total eliminations. Straight out of Nepal coming in second with 6 eliminations, and Top Goys coming in third with 9 eliminations. G top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, and 16. Going all out. Crimson Drake, 7 eliminations, 720 damage. We'll be jumping with Crimson when we come right back for our Miramar match. And I should have some live scores headed into match 8 of 12. Be right back. Sign to God has to move again because we're another donut zone. We are going out to the flat farmlands. Look at that. There's like nothing available. So all these players that actually have a vehicle have one chance of where to set their vehicle up in this zone. And look at that, Amar driving right up onto this ridge line, and all 4 of them from velocity on the other side. There goes Mahal. We all know Mahal can hit his shots. Let's see what he's gonna do. Are you gonna go ahead and take the shots? Are you gonna go ahead and head to zone? What are you gonna do? Sign to God. Take the fight or take the play zone. It is stage 5, and those nades are coming right up and in Amar. Eating one of those nades, it was a rotten apple. Alright, let's go. I think he's going to go ahead and head into the zone. But look at this. He is headed straight towards peak with the backseat demon still up on that ridge line. Let's check in on what Salty is looking at. Jot from Team Stage 0 has come right up behind him again, trying to get those shots. And, ooh, Melee, the vehicle thief from Team Entity just got a knock. Let's check in on Melly because Melly is over here in zone. So Melly's up to 4 eliminations. So let's keep an eye on him because he seems to be hot this match. And, oh, what is happening? The backseat demons right when we got off of them. Now they're going to get into that fight. Let's head back on over and check in on what Eros, the god of love, is doing right on top of Straight Out of Nepal. And he is pinched between Straight Out of Nepal and I think that is Sign to God. Is that right? Yeah, Sign to God over on the eastern side, or western side, guys. Alright, let me go ahead and scroll on in. Let's see if I can get some sky view to give you guys an idea of what is happening from above. And let's go ahead and put this out here. There you guys go. Let's go. We got Straight Out of Nepal right by Arrows. Arrows looking down on all 3 of them from Straight Out of Nepal. You can see that on both sides. Ooh, that nade right on top of the fragger. We do have 5 teams. We've got Velocity out in the field. We've got Top Boy out in that field as well. So now let's check in on Salty. Make it easy on me. So now we still have teams out in the Goys are pushing right up in. This is your zone. We got Salty coming right up and over, but Salty is getting found across the way by Team Entity and Top Goy, and I think that might have been Melly that came right up and in. I did see Melly flashing his name. Let me see, where is Melly? Melly. Oh, right when I got to Melly, I'm sorry, Melly. So now we're on Nikita. We still, right behind Nikita, we got straight out of the ball. Wolf going down to that Nate Terror coming right up and in. Julia letting Nikita know that they are coming in. Nikita trying to get in that fight with Terror, and Terror coming on in. So now it is straight out of the ball. Terror versus three of them from Velocity. Velocity coming in first with 8 eliminations straight out of net. Ball coming in second with 9 eliminations. 6 of the eliminations from Terror. Top Goy coming in third. Look at this with 8 eliminations as well. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 and 17. Going all out, straight out of Nepal. The Terror terrorizing this last match, and we'll be jumping with him into the next one. I'll be back with some live scores in under 5 minutes. I got the goal. I'll be right back. T coming right up and trying to catch the Crypto as Crypto goes right across the way. Crypto down to about 5 HP. Blaze BT trying to blow that car up and does get him. So there it is. There goes Velocity out 2 straight on the ball. But now they have to move on over just to the south side of the swamps over here at the hospice. We've got Crimson. We've got Upgrade. You look up in the upper right hand corner, they are all right on top of each other. I see Peak over here not too far away, and Renault. Hello everyone, and welcome back to match 10. I think I said 8 at the end of that edge, but we are headed into match 10 of 12 for the House of Cards, the Spirit Tournament final night. Let's go ahead and check in on these scores. Top Goy coming in with 36 total points. Crimson 35. Peak Esports 29. X Tier Revenants at 25. The Chosen 25. Tied with Fox Power at 24 total points. And we also have Team Entity 23, straight out of Nepal 21. Team Hype, a lot of double digits on this left hand side. So now let's go ahead, and they are saying we are starting. So let's see. Yeah, let's go. All right. If you guys could hit that like and subscribe, I truly appreciate it. I'm going to drink a little more water, see if I can keep my voice through a Miramar. And sorry about that, guys. I am trying. All right. Who is texting me? All right. So that's good. That's good. Everything's good. Sorry about all the text, guys. It's just kind of one of those crazy nights. And sorry about my sore throat. I'm doing the best I can with that as well. You know how it goes, guys. Where is everybody? The silence need to come on in. They need to drop over in Picado. We got a duo for Upgrade. Come on. Where are all these players? We got Peak missing one. 65 players. So let's see. Nuxify, where is your Where is your last teammate? And we also have one missing from the Chosen. Looks like we're going to go ahead and head on out. We did lose upgrade one more time. I'm very sad about that. But this time we're going to be jumping into Miramar with Crimson Drake. 7 eliminations, 720 damage. Welcome back, everyone. If you could hit that like and subscribe, I truly appreciate it. It helps me. It helps these teams, these players, the Spirit Discord. Let's go. Let's go, guys. All right, so let me find, who is that again? Crimson. I didn't even read it. Crimson Drake. I didn't even read it. So for 2 nights in a row, we have Crimson Drake as one of the top fraggers. So I think they will be doing a top fragger towards the end of the night. So we'll be able to see just how many frags these fraggers have been able to get. All right, here we go. Our Miramar matchup tonight. We're coming up from Puerto Mauricio, going right between Las Leon and Impala, going over the top of Minas Generalis, between Hacienda del Patron and the intersection right over the top of that, going over towards Water Treatment Cruz de Valle to the eastern side of the Oasis. So there's your flight path coming on up. Alright, let's see what's going on right on down below at that Puerto Mauricio. It looks like we've got Fox Power and Velocity jumping right there together. And I'm not sure. I think looks like Velocity pulling off over, so I don't think we're gonna have a fight there. Let's see, straight on Nepal doing fine in Impala, the Chosen headed over to Leones. They're going to have that whole Leones area to themselves. It looks like the top boys are taking over the Lapadita area. They are all spread out. We do have Jelly going very far south to get the vehicle, and we got Cloudy all the way up at the truck stop grabbing vehicles. But we got, I don't know how I clicked off of Crimson, but it looks like the small man has jumped off, but he is also on the map, and our first zone is popped, and it's a decent zone for all these teams. Most of these teams don't have that far to go. We do have Sign to God, Amar, if you're still out there. We got Sign to God going up to Toromunda. They'll be doing just fine. But we do have the backseat demons over on the main screen headed down with Peak. Look at this. They're watching them from above. So we're going to go ahead and watch. It looks like we're over here in the San Martin area, just up at the cell tower hill. Looks like they're gonna go. Oh, Ninos is right down below them as well. I believe they may be headed over towards the El Pozo area, so we'll have to keep an eye on what is happening here. We also have some fights going on right on down here in San Martin with Team Entity and Team Hype. So it looks like Team Hype is taking over Bills, and we got Team Entity over at the bricks. Got Hype all the way. Hype's pretty spread out, but Hype also had, and Team Entity is also pretty spread out. So we'll have to come on over a little bit further to this side of San Martin, see if we can get a good idea of where everyone is, give you guys an idea of what is happening with this fight. Backseat Demons, it does look like Small Man was able to get an elimination over on the Peak, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that there. We'll switch that over because I do see another player from Peak. Let's check in on what's going on with Denji. I think Denji's doing just fine over here, but now Peak is down to just a trio, or just a duo. They came in as a trio, but Denji's keeping an eye on where they're going, and I'm not sure. Oh, look at this. They left the car spawn right there, so Denji's going to be able to grab that car spawn. Very interesting. Alright, so now let's see what's going on up at Cruz de Valle. We've got Team Stage 0 over here in a fight with the X tier Revenants. And I only see a duo for the X tier. It looks like we've already lost 2 of them. One to Mafia and one to Rebel. But now Fa has gone down and out. So we do have tryout with 2 of them knocked from Team Stage 0 right in front of them. And let's see, I see Rebel right across the way. Rebel. Let's see if I can catch Rebel. Rebel may be the last one still standing. We'll try to keep an eye on Rebel. See if Rebel can hold off the push by the X here. Revenants as they came right up and around. So there is that fight. We're down to the top 15 teams now. And we still have all this chaos that's going on right over here in San Martin. I'm going to go ahead and put that map up there, give you guys an idea where everyone is. We got Fox Power all the way down in Barcelona. Let me go ahead and put that map. We do have, it looks like we've got Space Esports coming up along that radio tower hill there up at the top. And we still have Team Hype right down here as well. So we do have 3 teams over here in the San Martin area. Looks like Kahlua trying to get some ideas of where they want to go on this next map. But they still have almost a minute and a half remaining of stage 1. So let's set up see what kind of view they've got. It looks like they came across from the Hacienda del Patron. Team Hype getting that knock right when we clicked off of them. Let's check, Monstra. Monstra is the one that's going down. Dylan, who is over there across from you? Kahlua. So let's see. Kahlua trying to get that res, as we do have Team Entity coming right up and in. Hello, baby gray. Hello, baby gray. Alright, so we do have Ansel trying to cover for the rest of his team while they are getting that res off. They were able to get the res off. We still have Space Esports up on top of that, but now we do have one knocked from Team Entity, and I see Peak coming in as well. So we're going to have 4 teams over here very soon. So 4 teams in San Martin. And now we do have Chingy. Hello, Chingy. Big fan. Been able to see you in my YouTube chat. I appreciate your support. I really, really do. So the backseat demons are still all the way over in El Pozo. We still have Fox Power all the way down in Barcelona. So they need to come on. And it looks like the Chosen, Velocity, and Nevermind are right along that north side of Leones. So we might have a fight between those 3 teams as well. Looks like Ansel trying to find Chingy from across the way. Chingy did fall down the ridgeline or came down the ridgeline. I'm not sure which one, but we do have Peak. Look at this. Peak is coming up right behind Space Esports, and Space Esports is just a duo, and they've been separated. So we got Chingy down on the side of the mountain, and the duo from Space all the way up here along this in the radio towers. So we got Net Anhaya. I'm sorry, guys. And Team Hype still down right down below. And the Chosen now in a fight with Fox Power. Where did that fight go off? Check in on what is happening with Fox Power. Coming right up and through Leones. So here they come. And they're coming in right downtown. So they'll be driving through 3 or 4 different teams that have come right into Leones. So looks like Aragot coming right along. You know, it looks like Coal King. We lost Coal Goat right in Leones, but they're coming up and around. It does look like Denji is able to figure out where they are. Let me go ahead and swap the... Oh, no. There goes Aragot. Aragot going right on out to the Chosen. And now Peak's still trying to get the shots up onto Space Esports. Fox Power taking out the Chosen. We got Straight on Nepal in a fight with Top Goys. Let's see where Straight on Nepal and Top Goys. Right over here. Let's check in on what's happening with that fight as well. And right over there. There you go. And let's get this map over here for you guys so that you can see the fights that are going on. We got Denji coming right up and around, able to get that knock over onto Nen. So now let's go. We still have a duo for Space Esports. Dez is up top, plus Chingy. No, we lost Chingy. Sorry, I missed that. I must have been looking at the other one. But now Dez is the last one still standing. As Peak, the duo is still coming up and around. But you can see that we got the backseat demons that are coming up on that western edge as well, coming right on through. So now Top Goy still in that fight with Straight on Nepal. Crimson, I'm not exactly sure where all these fights are going off. I keep trying to find them. Cloudy must not be too close to his team. We still have Fox Power right on down in Leones next to Velocity, but we do have this active fight up at Radio Tower Hill of San Martin between Space Esports. Oh, and here comes the Backseat Demons. Backseat Demons also on this ridge line trying to get those shots over onto Dez. Dez is a solo with the Backseat Demons pushing right up and in. So now you have Dez trying to get on out of there in the blown up car. And we got Salty right up on that ridge line. Salty arrows. Small man with that nade. Oh, and the small man with that Uzi. But now we got a duo for Peak Esports that they know that the Backseat Demons, a full 4-man squad, are coming right up and in onto Radio Tower Hill. So now, let's see what else is happening. We still have Team Hype down in San Martin. And Team Hype is coming up and around that edge. If you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you can see that Team Hype is coming up the ridgeline over on that eastern side of San Martin. So let's see who this is. It is Monstra. So Monstra, we have 3 teams coming right up and along, and it looks like all of them from Team Hype are starting to drive up towards the side of the hill. And we also have another one taking those shots. Monstra up to 4, or Team Hype up to 4 eliminations. Here they come in. Dylan taking those shots over at the Backseat Demons, and it does look like we're headed between the truck stop and let's go San Martin. We do have Top Boys over here now in a fight with Crimson. We're down to just Cloudy. Cloudy is the last one still standing. And here they come right up again. Cloudy blowing the door off, trying to get the shots out of his Crimson. All 4 of them push right up and in. Dylan headed straight at him, but Dylan's going to go ahead and slow down just a little bit at the intersection over here by the Hacienda del Patron. So another flying mobile right across in front of us. So now let's see what else I can find on the screen for you guys as far as fights, because we still have these teams that are pretty separated out. We do have Straight Out Nepal on the Red Rocks of Minas Generalis. So we do have Terror with that sight line going off in all these different directions. We've got the Extreme Slayers over towards that western side of the truck stop, right along that gas station. Is that where they are? I can't even tell where they are. Oh no, they're up on that ridge line in the, yep, there we go. Alright, so now let's see what else is happening, guys. We do have the Peak that is still trying to find find the last one from Hype to leave. Ansel is coming out kind of quiet from San Martin and may find Peak right in their lap. So let's see what's going to happen over here. Our play zone is getting ready to close in again. We do have the backseat demons that are coming right up and onto Fox Power. So let's go ahead and switch that on over. Let's see if I can find where our next fights are going to be, because they are pretty separated out. We are in Miramar with 11 teams still in this, and I see Sign to God. We'll go ahead and put Sign to God up here for a Marjat Sandu. Alright, we're over here at the Hasi in the Patron, and you can see that Arrows is getting those shots over onto Fox Power. They're right up on that ridge line, so does look like Arrows has the uphill advantage, so we'll have to see if the backseat demons are able to take over this. It looks like they're getting ready to push right up and into this compound. So now let's go ahead and switch on over and find out what's happening. We do have Salty right over here, and I think that was the small man coming on in. Strap is the last one still standing over here for the Fox Power though, so can he hold off the push? But we also have Nevermind coming right up and in onto this compound as well. So here they come, Nevermind and the backseat demons. If you look up in the upper right hand corner, you can see that we've got 3 teams right on top of each other in this small compound. So we do have Strap with the MG3, but he is alone. You can see that small man's been able to get picked back up, and I do only see a trio for backseat demons. So I just saw a nade knock, and that was over on the Salty. So Arrows is the last one still standing, as we do have Nevermind pushing up into the barns. And so now Arrows should be able to get the sight lines up, but don't forget we do have Fox Power over here as well. So we still have 3 teams right along this edge, plus we still have to get the zone. Zone is still to the north, and look at this, we got the Fake Star up at the top of the hill watching over, and Arrows knows. Oh, Arrows with that perfect shot up that hill. And now we still have the Nevermind team all wrapping up and around this compound. We got the fire in the barn, plus we got Strap coming right up and in with his MG3 into the barn, trying to get these shots onto the backseat demons. And now Sandu, hello Sandu's right on this ridgeline, looking down through the roof of the barn where the backseat demons still are. We are down to just a duo for the backseat demons, but it looks like we've got half and Nevermind headed up and into the zone now. Let's see, we got Sign to God not too far away from the Extreme Slayers. The Extreme Slayers, they did get that pick up, that res. And now let's see, Crimson and the Extreme Slayers, they're getting really close over onto this side. Plus we got Straight Out Nepal not too far away. And Nevermind Dill all the way across the way, waiting for him to come out of that barn, just spraying them down. Nevermind back up, all 3 of them back up and into place. Salty just barely making it across. Salty down to about 5 HP, and I'm not sure he has a vehicle anymore, but he is completely surrounded by not only Nevermind, Sign to God starting to show up, plus if you look up in the upper right hand corner, Velocity and Salty is downhill from all this. It looks like he's gonna have some palm trees to be able to get right up and along this ridgeline. As long as that zone doesn't move too far away from him, he is really close to this new zone that is just popped. So we're coming down towards towards the graveyard side of Minus Generalis and Team Hype in that fight now with Sign to God. So now let's get on over to Sign to God, find out what we can see is going on over here. And Kiddu is the last one still standing over here at the graveyard, but Kiddu has all these teams crushing right up and in. Team Hype, oh, Team Hype came right up and in, right on top of them. Never mind Sandu getting awfully close to where Cloudy was able to get into, but Sandu is also in that center zone area now. And if you want to look at that map screen, let me go ahead and show you what's going on. We still have teams coming in from the north, and they're going to have to come down right into, let me see. We've got the Extreme Slayers up at that north side. We've got Velocity over at the east side. We've got Team Hype down at that southwest edge. And never mind, pretty much center zone. So now let's go. Let me go ahead and switch on over, get into this a little bit more, and let's check in on Crimson. Crimson is not too far away from the X-tier Revenants. X-tier Revenants right down that ridgeline, and there they go. Gets found by Calmus. Calmus with that uphill advantage, and now the wolf coming right up and along the edge, not too far away from the other, it looks like Extreme Slayers. I thought that was X-tier Revenants, but it is the Extreme Slayers that are right uphill. So now they're trying to, the Extreme Slayers, the duo are trying to hold off the push by Crimson coming right up and in. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hello, Xanda's girl. Hello, welcome in. So now, let's go. Let's see what else is happening. We still have 7 teams in this. We got Nevermind, Team Hype, Backseat Demons, Straight Out of Nepal, Crimson, Extreme Slayers, and Velocity. All still in this. Let me see if I can get the sky view, give you guys an idea of what is happening. We do have the Extreme Slayers that need to come into zone. Zone is downhill, and so we got players that are uphill from each other. We still have Nevermind, the Backseat Demons, and the Extreme Slayers uphill from everyone. And right on down in the barns below, we've got Crimson in a fight with Team Hype, and we still have 2 more teams that I don't see. Oh, there we go. Velocity all along that top. And let's see, it looks like Calmus is the last one still standing over here for Crimson as they're coming right up and in, and Crimson going down to Team Hype. Kalua. Team Hype does have a team member knocked. It looks like Monstra has been knocked, so now let's get on over. We're down to the top 3 teams. We have all 4 of them still standing. It does look like Monstra's going to be able to get picked back up. Plus, we have the Extreme Slayer Legend, and we got Nevermind up in these these drilling shacks. I don't even know what to call those guys. I don't know what to call them. Alright, so now let's go. So we still have 7 players in this, and it looks like Ansu's going to try to come right up this ridgeline on the other side of Nevermind. Ooh, what a nade by Ansel. That was a really nice nade. Right over towards still Sandu, keeping an eye down below, as here comes the push by the rest of them. But Ansu's on this really nice off angle. It's just to the other side of Legend. Legend is being quiet for the Extreme Slayers. And let's go. It does look like Dylan Sandu is still in this zone. They're doing just fine, staying out of all of this. Oh, Legend had to move. Legend on the move. He's trying to move right up and in. One of them, there goes Dill going down, and oh, there goes Legend going down. And so now here comes the push right up and through. We still have a trio for Team Hype. As here they come up the stairs right into right into the building. And oh, that Molly, they've got nades coming up and over the top with more Mollies coming in, more nades coming in. So now we do have Sandu and Dylan right at the top, trying to keep an eye down below. Sandu down to about half health, and Dylan going down to Sandu. Sandu is the last one still standing. He is able to get it back over onto two of them. So now Monstra versus Sandu, and Monstra able to get that for Team Hype. Team Hype coming in first with 13 total eliminations, 10 placements, 23 total points for this Miramar match. Never mind, coming in second with 6 eliminations. And the Extreme Slayers coming in third with 2 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, and 16. Going all out. Team Hype Kahlua, 6 eliminations, 466 damage. And with that, I will be right back for match number 11. We have 2 matches left. We're headed into Rondo, guys. The leaderboard shuffle match. I will have live scores and some more honey tea. And under 5 minutes. Be right back. Thomas, no! Stay behind the card cover. Drake coming up and around trying to find 24K in that house, but 24K is behind the broken wall. Drake coming along with that nade, bouncing it off the tree, trying to get 24K, looking at that ridge line, looking at the duo coming right up and on top of them. Let's go. Let's check in. Right when I switched over to him, I'm sorry, the man of gold. Manigold. Alright, so guys, we also have Team 16 not too far away, keeping an eye on the hospice. The hospice where you go in and you do not come out. So now that's like 2 or 3 teams that have set up in there. I don't see any more Crimson. It looks like Crimson did move closer to center zone. They got out of there when the getting was good. Alright, so now we are going just to the south of Crimson. Let's see where Crimson, Lancer, and Drake have landed. And you can see that they've got Peak Esports coming in right to the north side of them. Lucio. Let's check in on Lucio. Lucio on the backside of the hospice. We do have still 7 teams coming up and in here. We got straight on the paw, but Peak is coming right up and in. Peak is pushing in. Look at this. Here they come. Right up and in onto Crimson. Can Crimson hold the squad house of the hospice? We also have Redu. And here comes straight out of the ball. Ooh, Nino's taken down by Drake, and Novio going down. So it is just up to Lucio. Right through the window by Lancer. He came right up and in and peeked his nose, and we got Faker over here keeping an eye. Let's see, Drake is now up to 6 eliminations, and it has moved off the hospice just enough where they have to move out of the squad house and down to the 3 stack to stay in zone. We do have the Infinity Reapers out in the field. We got straight on the paw. Over on the ridge line to the western side, we still have 6 teams in this. Over here on the eastern side, we got the Infinity Reapers, and it looks like Blinky Bay is in another fight over here with Red Duel. Right on over here. There goes Vic. Vic is ready to get on out of there. Vic is up to 3 eliminations over here at the swamp still. So there, Blinky Bay finding Optic Joe, Optic Juice, whatever, right when he comes right on through. And we do have Vic trying to get those shots across the way onto Crimson, and Redu across the way with straight out of Nepal on that ridge line as well. So let's go. Let's check in. Oh, never mind. Ooh, I'm sorry, Nomi. I tried to check in. Never mind. Got to see the feet disappear. Nomi, I'm sorry about that. Alright, so now we do have Faker still right. Oh, Faker down to 1 HP. These nades are hurting, and I'm not even sure which direction the nades are coming from, but Wolf from straight out of Nepal is able to find him right on over here, and Wolf is also down. Let's check in on Blaze. Blaze right here, keeping his back clear. He knows that Team 11, Crimson, not too far away. And let's check in on Vic. Vic still coming in right between straight on Nepal and Redu. You can see up in the upper right hand corner, he is pinched between the two teams. He does have Crimson across the way and the Infinity Reapers. The Infinity Reapers have a sightline right on down on him. Vic is not staying still for anything, guys. The top fragger of the moment is Crimson Drake all the way over on this edge. So now let's see. It does look like Stared on Nepal is getting into the next fight. Let's check in on what's happening there. Coming right up and in onto Riku. And oh, Crimson Drake taking him down and out. Blaze BT, the last one still standing, is able to get some of those, but Lancer making a jack-in-the-box out. One of the teams going out to Crimson. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to match number 11 of 12 for the Spirit House of Cards tournament. Woo, let me show you these scores. Coming in first for tonight, Crimson with a winner chicken dinner, 45 total points. Team Hype at 43 total points with a winner chicken dinner. Top Quiz with 37 and a winner chicken dinner. In Peak Esports with a winner chicken dinner, 31 total points. These points are still very close as we head into tonight's final leaderboard shuffle match rondo. So we've got 2 remaining matches. We have Rondo and Erangel. Hopefully my voice will hold out. I'm trying, guys. I am trying. Alright, so it doesn't look like we've got upgrade in this one. I'm not sure. No, it looked like we only had the duo. Don't forget they are in Germany, so it's a little difficult for them, especially since it is like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning for them, and they've got to play in the Samsung tomorrow. So see if you guys can catch that on the PUBG Mobile Esports page. Just to give a little bit of shout out there. And here we go. Team Hype Kalua, 6 eliminations, 466 damage going into Rondo. Let's see how long my voice can last. Honey can only take us so far. Ricola can take us only so far. But let's go. Let's find Kalua. There he is in Team 11. And let's see if we could stay on him this time. Sorry about that. That 5 minutes it's tough. It's tough to get things in between. And so there it is. You do your stopwatch, guys. See how much you can get done in 5 minutes or less. At least we got 556 seconds before this match starts. So let's go. If you have a team you want to check in on, let me know, and we will try to find them. I know Marjat Sindhu has been very active in the chat, keeping an eye on Sign to God. And Shingi, I gotta give you a shout out as well. Thank you guys for supporting the stream, these players, and the Spirit Discord server, and me. We all appreciate you. Alright, so we've got chopsticks again for this match. We're coming in from that western edge in the northeast bound flight path, dumping off just to that southeast side of Hameitan. And then we're coming in from that far east, headed northwestbound to the northwest of the stadium. We're going to be going over the top of the NEAX factory, but that east to westbound flight path is much closer, so they will have the advantage to any of these teams on the other flight path going down and into the NEAX factory. Most of the other teams most likely will be going down to Yulin, and I'll try to get as many of these fights going as possible. Kahlua riding his magic carpet all the way down, and I will switch over as soon as we get that first zone. Probably get a first zone all the way down at Tinlong Garden. Make these teams not only fight fast, but rotate as fast. Oh, look at that. That's close. We're just on the wrong side. Alright, let's go ahead and try to click on to some of these fights that are happening. Looks like we got the Extreme Slayer over here at the NEAX factory. And we got Kahlua getting found by Team Stage 0. So now let's go ahead and head over to the Yulin temples. See what's going on with the temples. We've got oh, look at this. I clicked on Sign to God. Sign to God. Amara, there you are. So now we do have Sign to God over here. I was trying to see how many teams that we've got without clicking over, but look at all the teams we've got here. Fox Power, Team Entity, Space Esports, the X-Tier Revenants, straight out of Nepal, Crimson, and Sign to God, and The Chosen. So we've got all these teams over here, and they're right on top of each other. It looks like a jar of Starburst to me, and we got all these teams that are getting knocked right here in the center of the Yulin temples, and right out in the round, right in front of Amar, so Amar was able to get that elimination. Let me see what's going on over here in the NEAX factory. Over here in the NEAX factory, we do have Pappy Sour up to an elimination, and he's trying to get in through all these doorways. It's big maze right on down in the NEAX factory. Look at that, throwing that nade right up in there. So now let's see what else is happening. We still have Amar up to 2 elimination, but it looks like most of the fight is right on down here near Fox Power. Coal Goat right here with Team Entities. Sign to God. The rest of Sign to God is over here as well. It looks like Coal Goat's going to go ahead and head over to that vehicle. I'm not sure what happened to Aragod, but maybe Aragod got taken out at the recall center. That is super dangerous when you're jumping that 1v3 split at the very start. If you go to that same recall each and every time, you are going to get found out. Pappy Sour still coming up and around. Still trying to get some of those players that are over here, and it looks like the NEAX factory is starting to clear out quite a bit. We do have Mafia coming around that. I think that's the southern side of the NEAX factory. I'm along that fence line trying to get into the NEAX factory itself. So let's see. It looks like tryout is up to 4 eliminations. So, and he is still coming right up and in onto. Oh, I see Mahal on that backside. Let me check in on Mahal. You know, Mahal is watching him. Yes, he is. Right over the top of that. Right over that top of that wall. So we get who Mafia. Mafia getting found over here on the other side by the extreme slayers. So now tryout. Oh, Amar does get found over into the Yulin temples as well, and tryout is still getting those knocks over onto Space Esports. Chingy in my YouTube chat. I'm so sorry. All right, let's check in on Dez. Dez trying to get that nade right up and over onto the Chosen. He does push him off that balcony a little bit, but he might be able to get Chingy picked back up. And look at how low he was in health. It was Body A. Body A was down to about 5 HP. Mafia trying to stay out of that molly over here in the X factory. So now here comes Space Esports on the backside. The Chosen. Body A. Oh, he doesn't have it. He's got 4 band-aids, but he doesn't have the time to get that band-aid up. And there he goes. So now looks like Sign to God is taking over most of the Yulin temples. Most of the temples. Let me see if I can get him back there. There we go. So we've got mostly just Sign to God in a duo from Space Esports. Plus we got a duo from the X tier Revenants. They are coming up close to the Yulin temples. Now let's check in on what is happening over here. And it looks like Team Stage 0 are the ones that are coming on out. So let me go ahead and put that map screen up there. Give you guys an idea where your teams might be. Because we still have teams spread all over the map of Rondo. You can see them all on that northern side and the eastern side. But we've got quite a few teams that are collecting over on that western edge as well. Ooh, Amar able to get out of that spray by dusk just as he was coming along that broken wall area. So now let's head on over towards that center zone area, find out what is happening in that center zone. It looked like we had 2 teams right on top of each other. We got Team Entity right on top of the backseat demons. So there, we should have a fight there in just a minute. But we do have 4 teams over here in the Yulin temples, and now here comes the EMP zone. So now these players also have to worry about the EMP, any vehicles, and oh, Dusk finding Chingy. I'm sorry, Chingy. Let me see what's going on with Chingy's. Can you get picked back up again? You might be able to get picked back up, but I do see Dusk coming up and along that ridge line, and Dusk is able to get that knock. So let's get on over, see what Dusk is doing. Dusk is down to about 5 HP, so very close to getting him knocked. And there he goes. So Dusk is up to 3 eliminations. Tryout also in a fight. He's up to 4 eliminations. Trying to find a Sign to God. Sign to God, I think it's just down to Mahal now. Dweezy. Hello, Dweezy. Mahal is the last one still standing over here at the Yulin temples in a 1v4 situation, and it does not look like the backseat demons are going to get pushed up on by Team Entity. Everybody's just kind of sitting in their spot. Oh, Team Entity is all the way in center zone. Look at that. So yeah, they've got their compound. They are all set up. We still have a lot of teams coming in from that north east side. So now let's go ahead and put that map up there, give you an idea of what's going on. Looks like everyone, all 4 of them are back in it. Amar Jat Sandu, if you are still out there. Alright, so now let's see what's gonna happen. I see that the The Silence Emperor is getting pulled up on. He's getting chased down by team. Was that team 16? Yes, Crimsons. Crimsons are coming right up and along that ridge line. And Emperor gonna go ahead and use the ridge line to stop and probably take some shots right on down on Crimson. Try to spray them out of the vehicles. Oh nope, he's just reloading. It looks like he's going to come back towards his team because his team is right on over there. Top boys now in a fight as well. Let's see if I can find the top boys and get you into that fight as well. So top boys, where did you go? Where are the top boys? Team 15. I don't see them, guys. I don't see where they are. So we're gonna go ahead and stay here. We did miss that fight, but we do have the X tier Revenants coming up right behind the Silent Esports as well. So we do have this whole chaos. If you look down in the lower right hand corner, we got all these players right up and around right here on Emperor for Team Silent. But we also have another fight going on over here with Team Hype, Team Entity, and Crimson. So let's check in on Kahlua. Kahlua was the last match top fragger. Sorry, Emperor. And Necro, go ahead and switch on over to you as we're trying to push on into zone, but we're having trouble up on that ridge line with the X tier Revenants. So let's check in on Maya, see what's happening over here. Maya's still coming in. It looks like they're going to be doing just fine over here. Let's see if we can find out what else is happening over here with Space Esports coming right up and in onto Nevermind, right across the way. And they do have Team 17 right behind him, the Extreme Slayers. Extreme Slayers getting ready to come in, so our zone's getting ready to pop. Let me go ahead and put that map screen back up there and show you what's going on. All the way over to the Extreme Slayers. We are in zone here with Space Esports. You can see that up in the upper right hand corner. We also have Nevermind and Sign of God. They are all coming right up and in onto this compound. Plus the Extreme Slayer Whale Legend. I could see them on that far north side. We got the Team Entity still in that compound over there. The Backseat Demons are doing a rotation. It looks like they're doing the zone sweep. The edge zone sweep. They're gonna come along that compound. They're gonna end up right in the lap of Team Stage 0. We also have the Silence and the top boys coming in from that western edge. So let's check in on what Jelly is seeing over on this other side, because he does have straight out of Nepal. Oh, Jelly. So now let's see what Nikita is doing. And straight out of Nepal is pushing right up and in. And let's go. Let's check in on what is happening with Team Stage 0. We got fire on the screen. Not saying your name. I'm not getting into trouble. I'm not happening. So now Julia, looks like Julia has a pretty decent sightline down onto the extreme, or down onto straight out of Nepal. Thought Fa was gonna have some trouble up there. Alright, so now let's see. It does look to me like the Backseat Demons have come right up and in onto Team Stage 0. I thought we were gonna have a fight pretty quickly, but Team Stage 0 and the Backseat Demons, they're right next door to each other, but maybe the Backseat Demons are paying more attention up on this ridgeline to Team 14 straight out of Nepal and Team 15, the top boys. So let's get on over to the backseat demons and let's check in on Salty. See what Salty is doing right on over here. So go ahead and zoom on in on our map one more time. Let me get that off of there. Sorry, guys. And Team Entity is coming up on the other side of Straight Down Nepal. Nike is right here on top of Straight Down Nepal. You should be able to see the terror down below. But we also have the silence coming up from that western edge. So they might be watching Nightcroy as he is coming into that. Nightcroy is down to about 5 HP off in that field. And all of Top Boys are on the other side of Nike as Nike is watching around this edge. So there's a lot going on both sides of this. And then there goes a player out, Nightcroy, finding Apollo from Team Entity. And we still have Straight on Apollo right down below as well. Terror finding Apollo, so Apollo going out, but we still have 11 teams in this, and you can see that they're all still coming right up in there, right over here with the silence. So let's see if we can get on over towards the silence hollow, see what's happening with him. Look at this ridgeline view, so Hollow can see everything from above, and he does have the sight lines. Look at that. He's got Team 13, 18, 12, 16. All the teams are right down below him as he is looking around from the top of the hill. And you can see from Salty. Oh, Salty, who got you? It looks like Terror one more time from Straight Out of Nepal. So now let's get on over here and check in on what's going on. Right here as they're coming up and through all of this, and the backseat demons are right across from Terrors. Terrors watching them get into their position behind that rock. But he also has, look at this, he has all these teams right on top of him. Plus he has to get into zone. So now let me see what else I can do, because we got a decent view from Hollow. I really don't want to move off of him, but he is not. Looks like he's paying more attention on who is below him than all the teams that we want to see where they are. And he does have to come down off that rock, and now Terror trying to pull right up in along all these. Oh, and he goes down and out. So now let's go ahead and see if we can get some sky view and find out what is happening from above. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there, guys, and see what we can see. We do have Hollow from the silence. These players do need to come on into zone. We got Crimson over here, sign to God. There goes Mafia from Team Stage 0 onto Mahal. Mahal's still trying to push right up and in. XP3 in a fight with the backseat demons. XP3 with the MP3. And we are down to the top 5 teams now. We still have Dust coming in from the X tier Revenants. We've got Crimson coming in and across the way. We also have, there goes XP3 out to the backseat demons. There goes Sign to God, or Mahal out to the backseat demons. The backseat demons taking over this zone because they've got that dip, they've got the hills, they've got the trees, they've got the hard cover, and here comes some more of those emergency covered sticks from Dusk as Dusk is trying to move up and in between the two teams of Crimson and the backseat demons. There is your zone. All 3 teams on a triangle around the circle zone. So let's go. Let's check in on. Looks like Drake wanted tonight. One of these finals top fraggers, Drake and Lancer, both big fraggers in this. So it does look like we got Tizzy down to about 5 HP. Tizzy down by Drake with that nade right up and over. And here comes another nade. Ooh, Drake with that nade, and there it goes. Ooh. There you have it. Crimson coming in first with 14 eliminations. Drake with 8 of those. The X-Tier Revenants coming in second with 19 eliminations. Coming in third, the Backseat Demons with 2 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15. Going all out. X-Tier Revenants Dusk, 8 eliminations, 1,338 damage. Oop, let's switch that over. There you go. There you go, guys. And I will be right back for match number 12 and some honey and some scores, all under 5 minutes. Be right back. And so let me see what's happening. We also have a Team Entity not too far away. We did have upgrade over here. Looks like Team Entity is getting surrounded by Nevermind. So now Nevermind. Ooh, we got a mini. We got a mini with the fake star right there, Team Entity. It looks like Nexus OP might be right in that sight. Ooh, Nexus and Nike able to get over the top of that, going through the dips and the ditches. All right, now let's see what else is happening. We do have Team Stage 0 pulling away from Space Esports from going south of Monte Nuevo, but we got the Backseat Demons wrapping down into the south. And look at this, we got Fox Power down in Bartona. I forgot that Fox Power likes to hit right on top of Velocity down in Bartona. So let's go. Top boy, we got... Ooh, Cloudy. Cloudy does not have a vest. Look at this. And we do have the X-Tier Revenants right over on that other side. We got Nikita over here trying to cover for him. Nikita with no helmet. And we can hear the footsteps right outside of Nikita. And you look in the upper right-hand corner, you can see that we've got the X-Tier Revenants. They are down to about 5 HP, but they are pushing right up and in. Look at that. No one in a hurry to push because no one has the right gear. Nikita trying to stay out of the spray by Dusk. Dusk right on top of all that. Let's check in on the angle Dusk has as he's trying to get those shots pressed onto Cloudy while trying to cover Nikita because Nikita is getting pushed up on that other house. This is the main fight. I do see a fight starting to go off down in Los Leones, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that as well. So let's go. We still have Dusk and Nikita trying to hold off the two from this side. Let's find out what's going on with Nikita. Nikita is running out of ammo. Nikita is now running out of ammo, but is able to find that Molly, and here they come right up. Oh, Nikita on that push, but they only have 5 HP. No helmet for Nikita, but Nikita, that was a beautiful play. Beautiful. Holding on to that. Let's get on over to Leones. Check in on Body A. Body A right on over here with Team Hype. So we do have whole 4-man teams over here in Leones. This Western Edge right on top of each other. And it looks like Noob 911. I feel you, Noob. I feel you, 911. Trying to get those shots, trying to keep them off the teammate. Gonna come on down and through. Noob actually has some ammo, has some gear, unlike the last fight that we just watched in our zone. is starting to close. We've got 2 minutes to go. Asta going out to the Monster right on that edge. And so now it is a 3v3. Chosen versus Team Hype right here just across the street from where Noob 911 is. And Dylan, Team Stage 0 in a fight. I did miss who they are fighting. Let's go. I think it was Space Esports all the way over here in Monte Nuevo. So yeah, Dylan did get a shot over onto somebody, but I'm not exactly sure who it was. Let's go. Our zone is still closing, guys. There's still plenty of time in the stage 1 though. So let's see. It does look like we've got Body A and Akash right up on top of a trio. Monster, Ashul, and Kalua. Right through that. Right through that. But now we do have the calmest coming right up and in. Let's see what's going on over here. Because Monstra also went down at the same time, right when I clicked. Of course, that is the way it always happens. Baby, great OP. Come on, chat. Baby, great OP. Alright, so now let's go. Let's check in on what Anshul right now. But you can see that Crimson is still coming in. Crimson is creeping up and in. Player 3 of Crimson, not too far away. So we've got 2 of them now coming in from Crimson. We've got Thomas and Lantern and Shul trying to get those shots right on through. Look at that! Monstra with 2 of them and Shul with 1 and Kalua with 1. But look at this. Here comes Crimson. As I was saying, Crimson. Hello everyone and welcome back to the very final match of the Spirit House of Cards tournament. This is match number 12. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Crimson with 2 winner chicken dinners, shooting up to 69 total points. X-tier Revenants in second with 55. Top Squeeze tied with Team Hype at 44 total points. So there are your points going into tonight's final match. We're headed into Erangel. Let's remember what's going on from day 1. After 6 matches, Fox Power 81, Crimson at 59, straight on Nepal at 58, Team Entity 56, Backseat Demons at 55, and now tonight, Crimson at 69, X-Tier Revenants 55, Top Goys 44 with Team Hype at 44. So there are your scores without any of the the points that they take away for the duos, the points taken away for whatever else, any of the disciplinary actions. But here we go, guys. This time, our final flight path, we're jumping with X-Tier Revenant's Dusk. 8 eliminations, 1,338 damage. Let's see if I can keep my voice for one more match, guys. I'm swallowing knives. Alright, so let's go. Let's find the X-Tier Revenant's Dusk. There he is on your screen. And let me see if I can catch him over here before the start without us. Alright, we are set and ready. If you guys could go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, I'd truly appreciate it. But here's your map screen for our final flight path of tonight. We're coming from that Milta Power Peninsula. So we got Fox Power straight on Nepal. We got all those teams that are going to be jumping at the very start of this flight path. And we're going all the way across the map to Zarki area. So now, let's go ahead and zoom on in, see which teams are going to jump at the very start. Sign to God, heading over to Lepovka, maybe Velocity and Crimson headed over to Lepovka. Fox Power over at the Milta Power Peninsula. We've got Straight Out of Nepal headed over to Milta. All these teams are pretty separated out except for Crimson and Nuxify. I see you right there on my screen. Alright, so we also have Sign to God headed up towards the mansion, trying to get those car spawns. We also have Top Goys over by the mansion as well. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening. It looks like X tier revenants. They were able to jump by themselves, but let's head on over to the apartments. We've got several teams over here. We got another jar of Starburst. We got Team Stage 0, Space Esports, and Hype Esports. And now we've got that Western Edge military base. Is that where we're going to end up in this match, guys? We will know a little better by Zone 2. Silence over here in Pachinki. Let's go ahead and switch on over to Pachinki and find out what else is happening. And let's switch on over. We've got Legend there. Only a duo for the Extreme Slayers. It looks like we lost Winter at some point. Let me go ahead and grab this, bring it back on over, and silent the Goss. So the Goss is going down. Over here in Pachinki, we've got the Silence, the Backseat Demons, and the Extreme Slayers. Legend coming right up and through, trying to get those shots over onto the Silence. Nightcroy, Papisawa going down. Wales is over here trying to get some of those eliminations as well. We got Dylan over in the apartments. Coming back to the apartments, we also have Dylan trying to get those shots over onto Space Esports. And let's see, who is that? It's Kahlua. So, nope, Kahlua. It's not right on over here. Monstra coming right up and in, pushing into the main of the apartment. So let's see. No, Kalua's not over here. Let me check in on the Chingy one last time tonight, Chingy. Thank you. Hello, Crimson Hacker. Hello, welcome. So now we will check in on Crimson in just a minute. We still have 3 teams in Pachinki. We got 3 teams over here at the school apartments. I don't want to miss out on any of these fights. If I can absolutely. Oh. Look at that, the Backseat Demons were able to take over Pachinki, so there we go. That fight is done. Sign to God, looks like they might be coming up onto Crimson Wolf, so I'll go ahead and keep an eye on that in the lower right-hand corner. I'll switch on over every once in a while, but he does see that Sign to God is coming up right on top of him, so he's getting a lot of information. We got Mafia Chinga. Oh, Chingy. I'm sorry we caught that. Alright, so now Mafia up to an elimination. It looks like Lemmeet right on over here, trying to get some of those eliminations. We got Rebel taking some of those shots right on over here. So let's see. Getting ready to throw bank shot that nade right up and over, right on up that edge, throwing his knife as well, trying to catch him as he drives on by. That was Monstra hopping right in front of him. And so now I think the school apartments have been cleared on out. So now let's go ahead and head back over to the other side. Check in with Crimson, because Crimson is over here with Sign to God. Let me go ahead and put that map screen back up there, give you an idea of where our final teams are, because we are down to just our final 10 teams of tonight. And there goes Mahal for Sign to God. Sign to God now, I think, are down to just a duo. Yes, they are, guys. They are down to a duo. It looks like we've got a Mars knocked out on that edge. And here comes Crimson. Crimson getting ready to get the uphill advantage down onto Sign to God. Invincible seeing that and trying to get up and around. But Crimson coming all the way around. They are on a 4-point. Now it's just up to Kiddo. Kiddo is the last one still standing. As here comes Crimson. I think Crimson, all 4 of them are doing just fine. Looks like Calmus was able to get 2 of the eliminations. Wolf with 1 and Lancer with 1. Jeez. But now they have to get on out of that Lapoka area. They may run into Velocity coming in. And we are down to 9 teams now. It looks like we're coming right on over here to the Backseat Demons. Over on the golf course. Not too far away from the clubhouse. We've got the X-Tier Revenants, but we also have the Team Entity coming right up behind the Backseat Demons. Yes, here they come. So now Team Entity is going to be getting into this. And if we scroll in, most of these teams are all heading up and over towards this end at this edge. So now everybody coming right up along the golf course right on over here. Arrows is able to get Team Entity Apollo sprayed out of that car. We still have Zone moving in. We're getting and we still have the military base island or military island in this, but I think we're gonna end up right around Fox Power towards that end zone, so we'll see where we end up. All the rest of these teams are up here in this battle with the Backseat Demons. Team Entity, we've got the X-Tier Revenants coming in. Team Stage 0, we got Straight Out of Nepal, Top Boys, and Straight Out of Nepal about ready to get into this fight. They are right on top of each other as they are coming right on in. Backseat Demons arrows spraying them on out, and we've got Ace OP in the house trying to hold it off, throwing those nades right up and over onto the Backseat Demons, trying to get those shots. And here comes Nexus OP in here trying to get the shots, and he does take out the Backseat Demons. We are down to the top 8 teams. We do have the fight, and look at this, and here comes another team. The X-Tier Revenants are coming right up and in, and Team Stage 0, right where these 2 teams were just fighting just a second ago. But look at the chaos now that's happening right over here with Top Boys. Top Boys right in this Pachinki Barn area. So now we've got 3 teams over here. We got Fox Power, Team Stage 0, Straight Out of the Ball, Velocity. They are all coming up right over here. Julia up to 2 eliminations using the jump shots right up and over, but Fox Power up to 6 eliminations, able to take over the Pachinki Barn right downhill from the chaos that is happening right uphill with Velocity and Team Stage 0. We are down to the top 6 teams. We do have Crimson moving along that towards the 12 pack, and there goes Velocity out to Team Stage 0. Fox Power now coming up on top of Potato Hill, getting ready to get into the fight with Team Stage 0. We're down to the top 5 teams. We still have 2 teams. We still have 2 teams in the fight right over here. X-Tier Revenants over here with Team Entity. Team Entity right on the edge of the clubhouse, or of the golf course. Sentry just trying to get some run over to seat swap. The seat swap right up and over, and so now Aragot is the last one still standing. And Dusk eating up some of that loot. We are down to the top 4 teams. We got Lancer all the way over on that western bridge. All the rest of them over towards Pachinki. So now we still have the X tier that need to come on in. Plus this fight between Fox Power and Team Stage 0. Fox Power just a duo. Team Stage 0 up to 2. Might be able to get one more picked up on this res, but oh, that nade by 5. Just nading over into Fox Power. Fox Power. Ooh, Fox Power finds him. Sentry is able to get him, but here comes Rebel to pick him back up, and Fox Power taken out by Team Stage 0. They're up to 8 eliminations. So now here comes Crimson. Crimson coming right up and into all this. Crimson is coming over towards now the X tier Revenants. And we still have, oh, there goes Wolf to the X tier Revenants. And now we still have up on top of the hills Team Stage 0, so they can hear all this chaos, and our zone is popped. The zone is going all the way down towards that western bridge area, the 12-pack, just south of Pachinki. So Drake coming up, getting ready to throw that nade right onto Dusk. Oh, just barely, but now we should have. Let's see what's going on with Team Stage 0. I'll zoom this all the way in, guys, so you guys have an idea how close all 3 teams are. They should be able to hear from Potato. They should know that these 2 teams are fighting right on down below them. So now Drake trying to get that nade right out and around onto Dusk. Dusk right on the backside. He's going to bank that nade right up and over. Does he get Dusk? No, Dusk is able to get out of that as well. So now it does look like Team Stage 0 separating out. But let's go ahead and try to find Dusk on the other side. There you go. Give you guys an idea of what's happening between Drake and Dusk, because we got both of them on the screens, one above, one below, almost mirroring each other in this fight. We got the 2 big fraggers of these teams right on top of each other in 1v1. Bigger screen. We do have Drake over here with the S12. He's running out of that 12-gauge shotgun. Ooh, but Dusk also has the PBS. No, so now it is up to Lancer. Can Lancer get into the Dusk? Dusk is down to about 5 HP, and we still have to move over towards zone, where Team Stage 0 is in that zone. We do have a 2v2 at the moment. It does look like Maya has been knocked over onto the other side. Dusk coming right up and in. Lancer getting found. So now it's up to Calmist. Calmist is the last one still standing. He's got that nade out and ready, but Morph is coming up and around, throwing that nade right up and over. Does not get him. So now Dusk is still coming in, and we still have Morph along that back edge. Morph and Calmist about ready to get into this fight. Can Calmist get out of this? Because Morph is getting ready to do the car spray. Can Calmist move along the trenches, along the depths, through the blue zone, and get over to Team Stage 0 before? Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Getting out of all of that chaos. So now we do have to get on over towards zone. Let me go ahead and put that zone right on up there for you guys. And that's not what I meant to do. There is your map. We are going in. Team Stage 0 is still in this zone, and you can see from above that we do have Crimson, and we've got the X-Tier Revenants driving right alongside of each other. They may run into each other yet, right along that Pachinki Southern Tip area. Comus might be able to get Comus getting one of the vehicles left up on Potato Hill. So there you go. There are the final 7 players. 3 teams remaining, 7 players, and we are in stage 4. We have 1 minute left to stage 4, and they are coming right on in. Let me go ahead and scroll on in a little bit. It looks like Team Stage 0 moved down to the West Bridge farm area. So it looks like Comus is trying to get an idea where he wants to go. So it looks like X-Tier Revenants wrapping around to that north side of the zone, checking in, and I think Maya may find him. Comus may find him. We are about ready to clash. We're about ready to catch these teams all together. So it's very likely we are going to be ending very soon. Comus coming up onto that Longwood hilltop right there, right where Team Stage 0 is. But we also have the X-Tier Revenants all the way across the field over by the ABC Hills. So now Comus right on top of Team Stage 0. Team Stage 0 is being pretty quiet for having Comus from Crimson right above him. Looks like he's going to go ahead and head into the barn. But we do have a Mafia and the rest of the guys there right here. So let's go. We still have over on the other side. Let me show you this screen. The looks like they're just coming around. Look at the one going all the way to that north side though. So it might be another minute or 2 before Maya gets on down and into the zone, because the zone's popping again, and look at that. It goes all the way up towards Maya. So Comus and the rest of these players there. Oh, let's check in on Dusk, find out what Dusk is doing. Dusk is trying to find Crimson Comus. So now, there we go. Let's see if I can get Comus on the other screen, because Comus is going right across the way, getting chased down by Team Stage 0. So now Comus gets found by Team Stage 0. But now here comes the X-Revenants. The X-Revenants coming right up and in. Let's see what's... Here they are, right on down below. And got Mafia now. Mafia and the rest of... And a Rebel versus the duo versus a trio. We got Dusk up to 4 eliminations. Maya and Morph both up to 2 eliminations as they're coming right up and around. And it looks like Mafia trying to get onto the rooftop. As we do have, look at this, they're right here on top of each other. And we're getting those shots. Dusk knows exactly where they are. Here they come. Right up and in. Let's go ahead and check in on what is happening for both of these players, and let's see if I can find out. Maya does get knocked. Oh, and so now it's just up to Mafia. Mafia's the last one still standing, and we're down to just the final 3 players. We got Morph, Dusk, and Mafia. Here they come. Mafia versus Dusk. Dusk moving right up and in. Pulling right up and in onto the one shack. And now it is Dusk versus Mafia. Mafia running it along. I thought Dusk ran through that Molly. And there he goes, running right through that Molly. That Mafia. Woo. Got so many M's. The alliterations are killing me. Mafia coming right up and around, the duo coming in, and there you have it, guys. there it is, coming in first. X tier Revenants with 10 eliminations, 5 of those Dusk. Team Stage 0 coming in second with 9 eliminations. GG coming in third. Crimson with 4 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 and 14. Going all out. X tier Revenants Dusk, 5 eliminations, 1,133 damage. Dusk was on fire. May only have had 5 eliminations, but 1,000 damage. GG's. Alright, I will be right back. We'll have the Wheel of Names and tonight's unofficial live scores. Don't forget, these teams do have a chance to fight any of the discrepancies, dispute, etc. But I will be right back. Is coming in for the third party, and then Shul down to 1 HP. 1 HP is there, coming right up and into this. We are in stage 2. We still have the Extreme Slayers all the way to that northwest, not too far away from Velocity. Those two teams could end up right on top of each other, just south of Alpozo. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that. And Shul right upstairs trying to get that heal off. Monster waiting to see Lancer and pop that head up and over. Look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo. They were ready for you, Monster. Here they come. Monster, the last one, still standing. And look at that Albator from the concrete coming up. And now here comes Top Boy. So we get another team coming in, and Sign to God coming in as well. And we do have the fight that's going on over here in Monte Nuevo. So let's check in on Nevermind. It is just down to Benny. Benny right across from Space Esports. Benny, what are you gonna do? Benny. So let's see if we can see what Benny's gonna do. Dill is right across the street. So I don't think Benny's gonna be able to get over to him. Looks like Velocity slowed down just a little bit. Maybe getting a little more loot. Maybe getting a vehicle. Oh, I think they're at the gas station. They stopped to get gas and let the Extreme Slayers go. But here comes the Extreme Slayers right on top of Space Esports and Nevermind. So now we got another team coming into this third party right over here at the gas station. Pachumacero, Monte Nuevo. Oh, Benny's gonna go ahead and get Dill. He can get him in that vehicle. He can get... Oh, Dilla does not have enough time to get picked up and put in the vehicle. Benny is gonna have to try to get him picked back up. But look at Legend. Legend is coming up on that ridgeline. And now can Legend see Benny and Dill driving off? Look at this. Dill gets found by Space Esports. And Benny... Oh, Benny! Benny gets found by Wales. Wales comes in. He's gonna make a crate. I love the Extreme Slayers. Alright, let's see what is happening next. Now, we do have Pepe Sour. Pepe Sour right on the edge of this. Again. Oh! He was throwing that nade. He gets found with a nade in his hands. But now let's see if Winter, far away, Legend coming up and around, may be able to hold off. No, Pepe Sour goes down and out. He gets thirsted. Legend trying to get those shots right on through those windows, but it gives the rest of his team time to come right up and in now. Here we go. Pepe Sour down and out, but Wales is up. Winter taking those shots, finding it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wheel of Names. And I have tonight's scores as well. Here is shuffle number 1, shuffle number 2, shuffle number 3. Good luck to everyone on the wheel. Jeff, you are so big. And baby, great, congratulations. Of course, I was all the way over on the other side of the wheel as usual. Are you guys ready to see these scores? Coming in first tonight, Crimson, 78 total points. X tier Revenants, 3 points behind him at 75. Top Goys coming in tied with Team Hype at 47. So there are your scores for tonight. If I could do this side by side, I would. But here are your scores from last night if you want to check these scores. But don't forget, these are the unofficial scores. These are the live scores, guys. So be sure to go over to the Spirit Discord server to find out the official results. But here was last night's scores, and here is tonight's scores. Congratulations to all these teams. These teams were incredibly skilled. Great finals. I hope you guys enjoyed them as much as I did. Please hit the like. It does help to get us out into that YouTube algorithm so more teams, more players can come into the Spirit Discord server, and we get to get further out into the world so that they can see these teams and players, the skills these they have. All right, have a great night. Stay safe. I'm gonna go take some cold medicine. I love you guys. Have a great night. Good night.